All right. Hello, everybody.
Yes!
Oh, is it on? There it is.
We now have the vertical
Oh.
layout too.
Yep. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Plague of Metal for our fourth session tonight.
We successfully
Hello, everyone.
defeated Big Crocodile.
Yep. Last week,
We defeated the foul lizard beast. The
We also
horrible
defeated
creature.
Crocodile too.
you know what? Nix, take it away for the rundown,
The week.
please.
Can do. Let me just pull up my notes. We began the previous session returning from our investigations at the nearby lake, searching for the alchemist Pierre, who had unfortunately been consumed by crabs. A terrible loss to the world. He will never contribute further to alchemy. Upon returning, though, we were harried by the head secretary of our employer, a rather refined Levisham woman of the Refespierre company. He was very ruffled and very hurried. Who very hastily informs us that the Bloom Festivals, rather the decorative magical item in the central
Technics orb.
in the central fountain square of Rochelles had been stolen, and it was part of the Bloom Festival's grand opening plans, which the Refespierre company also had a part in. So, assuming that the opening failed to happen as intended, then that would no doubt be damaging for the reputation of the company. We never did actually get the name of the secretary before she pretty much hurried us out of the sword and board,
Go.
back into the city, hot on the heels of the theft. We arrive at the central fountain only to see a large protest towards the... Well, I say a large protest. It was more a very ornery baker. And whatever common folk he managed to attract.
He was a little cranky.
A little bit quanky.
Also, sorry, just give me a moment. I'm coughing severely.
Don't die.
So upon arrival, we see a very ornery baker soapboxing to the people bothering to give him attention. Meanwhile, the guards were a somewhat light presence, but were still combing the area. We begin our investigation with Iris and Hannian investigating the cage-like structure that takes up the center of the fountain, to investigate the actual scene of the crime. Revika, from her professional experience as a mercenary soldier?
Mercenary, more so.
Yeah. Who, from her professional experience, having dealt with various rough sorts over the years, tries to deduce the flow of events and track where the criminals might have escaped to after stealing the object. Fumi attempts to answer the riddle from a magical perspective, trying to detect the latent mana in the air, being that the aqua orb emits water mana, then there may be a trail to follow magically. Seika interrogates the man SERP boxing and discovers his profession as well as him having a very strong grudge against a child gang.
She cajoled some information out of him.
Which we find out is called the Cream Lake gang. She believes after a back and forth with the baker, this Mr. Stone, a rockin' man, that he simply has an axe to grind, given that they stole from one of his stalls recently, and well, if they've stolen bread, then what's to say they haven't stolen this? And dismissing that, the only pertinent piece of information really gleaned from the conversation is that the guards have been seemingly absent or a much diminished presence in the city, despite the fact that the festival is building up towards its grand opening.
Yeah,
you'd only think that the guard presence would increase. So Seika walks away from that conversation with some misgivings, and we begin to physically track down the would-be thieves. It doesn't take us long following one of the canals connecting onto the central fountain, where we find 3 diminutive humanoid individuals, which Hanian begins to sprint at violently after Iris. After Iris falls off a roof. Very
It was on
elegantly.
purpose.
Yeah, Iris intentionally fell off a roof. And then Hanian ran at them like a slasher movie villain.
Hold
Thump,
up!
thump.
I have to speak to you! Crashes through 7 brick walls.
Yeah. It turns out the 3 individuals were children, and not just any particular children, they were in fact members of the Cream Lake gang. We eventually catch up to them and calm them down after impressing upon them that fact that no, we're not here to apprehend them, we just want to get to the bottom of the theft because, well, our employer bade us to, and it's our civic responsibility, question mark.
Of course.
There's some back and forth, and the children mention something about a big sister. And they're worried that the crowd in the square is getting riled up and may do something. So we impress upon them that we would like to speak to this big sister, especially if they know anything about the theft. And they lead us on a very tight tour of the back streets of the city, where we ultimately arrive at what can best be described as a treehouse that has been propped up between 2 large buildings and probably held up by washing poles. The place basically falls apart as we all cram into it. And stuff does fall apart as one of the children threw a rock to gain the attention of the person inside to let them lower the rope ladder. Upon getting inside, we're greeted by the big sister, who introduces herself as Veta.
Veta?
Veta drills her other 3 miscreant children as to what's going on. They pass on information, and then finally, after kind of talking a bit down to us, tells us that typically adults only want something from us when they have something to gain. We impress upon her that the only thing we want to gain is to resolve the situation. And when she asks why, we mention the FSPA company that draws a particular look from her as if she knows something she's not letting on. She says she roughly knows who's responsible for
negative response to the name.
Yeah. In fact, it's not just her. It's not just her. The The Mr. Stone, the baker in the square also seem to respond oddly, so there's definitely something going on with our employer that we're not privy to. They have a reputation that we are currently blind to, as mostly as outsiders.
I feel like Rebecca might know it, but that would depend on her awareness.
It's definitely something we're going to investigate later, because working for a bad employer could be bad for us long term. Veta mentions to the effect of she might know who is responsible for the theft, and she leads us to a nearby sewer grate, which Hanian manages to pry open. We descend, and we find part of the sewer that looks like it's almost been converted into a pantry or like a supply room.
It's full of foul creatures.
Yeah. And upon entering it, we are immediately assaulted by the presence of the most godless creatures on this planet.
No divine light. For example, my cat.
The tolls.
Yeah. Now, as I personally am probably the newest person to the world our GM has penned, I know next to nothing about tolls. So
I don't know anything
it's all
either.
quite
I'm new
comical.
too.
It's all quite comical for me.
They're very
The
funny.
tolls are
They're astonishing. I love them, but I have to beat them up so much. Ooh.
Yeah.
so correct me if I'm wrong, but tolls are a kind of lizard-like creature, almost like
They're like
Salamanders.
right.
imagine a salamander with no tail.
Yes, they can understand spoken languages, but people aren't able to learn whatever means of communication they have between each other.
Yeah, they're kind of
Yes,
like
it's
salamander palicos.
They seem to be.
Like calicos, you can't kill them. Beat the shit out of them, then they just run away.
Yeah, they seem to be able to learn how to do things. They seem to be able to take up trades and be used for menial labor, amongst other things. And some people keep them as pets. They're also pretty much endemic to everywhere, and you can't get rid of them.
The party was quick to find out why nothing seems to really predate on tolls when they were assaulted by a mutant sewer gator.
Yeah, they have
Who-
the same experience with a hagfish where they just fucking expel goop.
Yeah, no, the large gator descended upon our little orb holder and swallowed him whole and immediately started to choke to death.
But yes, we ultimately uncovered that the being that had stolen the orb was the leader of the tolls hid in Rochely's sewer system.
Who wanted to use his magic water control powers to turn the water supply into grape juice.
He was so thirsty, and his sister was so thirsty.
She's so thirsty for grape juice. Don't bite me, Balder.
And that's where we left off. After a heated battle with the sewer gator, the party became victorious.
Yeah.
And
He did battle in which Fumi went down not once but twice.
We got very close to mortality.
Fumi got munched.
We have the little goop
Yeah,
there.
the fight started and the big crocodile descended upon me and instantly wiped me out in a single hit.
But rather than returning to their base of operations, we're going to begin tonight's session in the sewer. Right where we
Man,
left off.
I love sewers. I love them so much. It's so wet in here.
It's
You hear some
surprisingly
rustling.
clean compared to what I've heard.
You hear some rustling from behind you as Veda shakily wanders her way up and over the trash pile that you climbed over to get here.
Ravika points her
Honey.
gun
Yeah.
at the gator. Did you know
So-
about this?
You followed us.
Circa gestures over to Hanny and you should really help her over the water.
Yeah, let me help you.
She looks over at the tolls, and they both kind of look defeated.
I assume you knew about the tolls. I'm talking about the big fucking thing behind me.
Oh, is that not normal?
The terrifying,
As far as I
the
remember,
terrifying gator
no.
creature? I don't think so.
I think
Why
it
was
was
this
this
is
down
a local
here?
predator.
There'd be a lot more disappearances if this was normal.
This is a city on a estuary, so there's freshwater and saltwater things all over the place. It wouldn't be too shocking for something to get in through the waterways.
Mhm.
Though
But are they
don't
usually
typically
so-
look like that?
Yeah, Circa kind of like pokes the body of the gator with her boot, and are they typically so alchemically infused?
No.
We've been seeing a lot of wildlife that has alchemical mutations.
And there was
Must be the
mention of
Bloom
people.
Festival
I
coming
think.
up.
One sec.
I suppose.
Kumi pulled herself out of the water. I think maybe that has something. People are dumping stuff down their drains.
Hmm.
Isn't that what drains are for?
Well, I imagine the sewer system
theory,
just connects straight into
but,
the
I don't-
canals.
It's clearly not a good idea.
Well, it's not quite people dumping things into the drains. At the other location, it was specifically there were reports of hooligans dumping chemicals into the water as like somewhat of a prank, somewhat of just a way to get at people. I don't think it's the average person doing this.
Hmm.
What about the alchemical ateliers? What do they do with their waste product?
The crabs
Mm.
near Mr. Pierre's place were similarly altered.
Data shrugs.
Did we eat the crabs, by the way? Were they good?
We did not eat the crabs.
We should eat the crabs.
The meat looked toxic.
Veda points over to the tolls. Where's your hideout? The two siblings look to one another, and they begin skittering down the hallway.
Like in a running formation, or kind of like fast
They s-
walk?
They stop and look back at you.
I'm gonna slowly flutter across the water.
Iris is gonna look up at Hanian with big pleading eyes, looking at the deep water.
And I will kind of reach out one hand in each direction to carry the Iris and Veda across. Since Fumi is already probably about like 80% heavier than before, now she's fully soaked.
Drenched sheep.
Don't worry, Circa can dry everyone off afterwards.
Big
I
Fumi can shake
I have a
her.
spell for that actually. I can dry you. Draw moisture is a fun spell to use.
Fumi.
The
Fumi left
brother of
behind.
the brother of the pair.
I don't want to swim.
I,
Continues
You can do
trotting.
it.
yeah, I'll help
That's she like points. She's like, I can see it from here. That's deep.
you. It's not that deep. just
It's that deep.
carry her over. Fumi drowns. Let's see, we gotta follow the camera with.
Yep.
Remember, you gotta. I don't really want to do all the camera dragging if possible, Kat, so make sure to look at
Please
the
understand.
to drag it along.
Please understand, I'm wearing a long, warm outfit.
Yeah, I did notice that. Like,
Yeah, no,
if
that's
we
what
were
I'm
getting
saying,
wet
but
down
it was
here,
like
she's
her weight increased by 80%.
If, like, she like points at the water line on her outfit. Every time I touch the water, it gets a little higher, and if it ever reaches this point, she like points to her neck, I will die.
once we're on dry land, I'll pull the water out of your clothes.
I was gonna say Circa just warms for you, mate.
Warm outfit, she dies anyway.
As the siblings begin walking across the stone pathway, you see another toll kind of just skitter into the water. And the two continue leading you down the way, and you don't seem to be bothered much at all as you continue down this route.
We are left unbothered.
There's a lot of stuff.
Fumi looks at the
left out
toll
here.
as it like I imagine it like crocodile floats in the water.
Yep.
That is
Where do
very
you think
cute.
where do you think they get the belts?
Scavenge,
what did-
presumably, right?
Where did they get the barrels? She has pulling at the barrel. Maybe they get them from the same place. Maybe a store sells both barrels and belts.
Maybe people flush them down the
They
toilets.
almost have money.
I think they do.
Maybe there's a toll economy, like a hidden underbelly,
I feel
where the
like
tolls trade toll things for toll things.
Cool.
I feel like if tolls had an economy, it'd be best on something stupid like marbles.
It's grape
If-
juice. He was trying to transmute the water
any of
system
you-
to money.
They use
If any of you
USD.
want to, you could do society to uncover tokenomics.
Here, I know.
We will
Sure.
attempt society.
I am very knowledgeable.
Sorry, I just had a sequence or whatever.
We know anything about tokenomics.
Let's see. Fumi,
Mm-hmm.
you know, tolls do tend to. Well, tolls have a affiliation for shiny things, and the smarter ones, you know, as far as tolls go, tend to actually prefer getting paid for work. It wouldn't be too hard to understand that at some point some tolls figured out how the economy functions. To a base degree.
Much like a monkey, a toll understands the economy.
We just went in a big circle. Revika like pokes the toll bro and looks at like we could have walked past the barrel.
Ian puts a
We
finger to his
need
lip.
to make a
Shh, we're following the route.
Iris. You gotta jump.
I feel like Iris wouldn't jump, she'd stretch out really far and like grab the other end.
Right?
and pull herself.
I'm just imagining it's like a streamer
No, wait, she
and
has-
like it just has
doesn't
like
she
a
have a double
long
jump?
like trail.
Oh,
Iris does have a double jump. She's going to double jump across.
Hop, hop.
What does she like coil her tail
Flutter
like a
across
string?
again.
Hanyan's
I'm not
kind
sure
of
how the
fucking
double jump
waiting.
works. Like,
I just imagine she like swings her arm up and it's like
like she has like a big fat tail, so I assume is that she jumps up and then while she's falling, she slaps the ground with her big fat tail and she goes higher.
That is a lot of rats.
Sewer toll.
Careful, Rebecca.
the toll
Veda
looks at
hops
you.
over the water.
Absolutely mindless stare.
And
At the big fish. Point.
that is a statue of a fish.
That's a big statue
Wins.
of a fish.
That's a big statue of a fish.
Iris looks up at the
Dropped it in the water.
Iris looks at the big terrace and she thinks out loud. I think I'd love to have tea here actually.
Would the rats
And-
not be a problem?
Veda
They're not bothering
hops
me.
back over. This seems like it would be okay. Yes. She puts her hands on her hips and she turns to you. On a heel. Well, I suppose this is where we will be moving to. I do have an idea on how I can better repay you, but thank you very much for your help in exchange for ours. This will most assuredly keep us out of trouble for the most part, I think. And it certainly beats a dingy little hanging house crammed down into the upper echelons of an alleyway.
Wonderful. I'm glad this was to our mute benefit.
Mutual, Hanya.
Oh,
Fumi, as you're standing over there, you do notice the tolls actually open a grate on the sewer. pipe here and begin to slither on through.
Oh, they're going down the pipe.
Can't see
Should
much
we,
in
should
there.
we do something? Should we follow them?
Iris just immediately goes in.
Iris!
All we hear is like the sound of like bats hitting meat, and never see her again. It's the end of Iris.
So we all look at the pipe. And he
We all
throws
flutter
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
A small trickle of water flows through this pipe. It wouldn't be too difficult. It's actually pretty roomy. Fumi could probably stand upright.
So, in other words, I am
So I could
walking
just-
bent 90 degrees.
Seika
Don't-
just looks at everyone falling in the pipe and just has that.
Fumi also just looks at everyone crawling in the pipe and is like, "Are you sure about this?"
Ravika isn't crawling. She's just
We can't
kind of like
abandon
floating
our
by.
allies.
Fumi
Here,
looks at Seika.
Hanny and just lassos Fumi and yanks her.
It's fine. She brushes herself off for a second. She takes a deep breath. She's like, "It's fine. It's karma." Bleh.
It's nice down here, actually. She calls down.
You mean
She-
it's nice down here.
She paddles across and tries to pull herself up. Do you want me to make an athletics climb check?
No, it's low enough to the ground that you can get in.
Well,
Okay.
So is it like a bed?
Yes, there are beds and various other niceties over here.
Iris is
Iris
gonna-
just climbing into a stranger's bed. Wow.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing.
while
However, the bed is beaten to crap and seems to have basically been dragged down here to attempt to make something out of it.
I am now
While
double
they're
weight. I can barely move.
while they're all falling into a pipe to who knows where, Seika's going to turn to Veta and say, "Well, when you said you wanted help getting out of your previous accommodation, I thought you'd want to go somewhere above ground, not below."
Easier to avoid. Well, it would be easier if we just stayed out of sight and out of mind to the guard, I believe. Unfortunately, with the Bloom Festival coming around, easier for us to just get out of the way, I think.
Hmm.
A wise call.
Why?
Huh?
A wise call.
Seika
Oh.
Seika taps the table. Well, at first I was thinking about putting in a word with our employer about finding you children, well, a means and method to earn your way into a better situation. However, you're not the first person who's mentioned something, or rather, your expression has said something about our employer. Yeah, it's like when I mentioned the FSPA company before, you seemed less than pleased. What do you know about our employer?
It's something I'd rather not get into. Very personal. It has nothing to do with their business, as it were.
Mm.
However, I have heard word on the wind that the company's eccentric owner, as of late, since its previous owner was tragically killed several years back. The newest owner is a rather eccentric sort who has been doing interesting things to the mercantile ties that bind various companies. She spends a bit fumbling over her own words to find the more eloquent options in her vocabulary.
And how eloquent is her vocabulary?
Not good. She's trying very hard.
She's making an active effort.
Hmm.
Still better than Hanians.
Is there anything we should be concerned about? Given you seem to know something, not that you're willing to share it.
Well, they have a slight reputation of hiring mercenaries, as you're most acutely aware.
Acutely.
Mm-hmm. And one previous venture that the Rethispear company wound up partaking in 5 years ago had the owner killed due to mercenaries they hired.
Think a company would hire less mercenaries given that, not more.
Unfortunately, I am but a street rat, so I couldn't tell you much behind the thoughts of the owner, as of current. All I know is that one of my earliest memories was being wrapped in a blanket with the company's branding and left on the street here.
Hmm. Circa ponders for a moment and says, Our group is staying at the Sword and Board. If you can think of anything else, you'll know where to find us. And if you need an ear to talk to, and come as well.
Give me a few days and I'll come visit you with some opinions of my own, as well as possible financial help, I think.
Oh dear. Oh, okay. Nope.
No.
And then we pan back to the other
Did
party.
it fix itself?
What have they found?
As you all are messing around in this giant pile of actual trash,
Iris is trying to get all the beds.
they're all broken.
The West one looked fine.
Best you find is broken headboards and ruined baseboards with pillows stuffed into the openings.
Good. Iris starts gathering all the pillows and making a pillow mound.
Well, this place isn't so bad.
The brother of the Tolls slithers up through this pipe over here.
Where is he off to now?
And he starts making yeeping noises. To get your attention, more than anything.
The Tolls really would talk like a Banjo-Kazooie character.
Yeah.
When you pass through the pipe, you see him pointing at a ladder.
Oh, an exit path. How you?
It truly is. It truly is a Skyrim dungeon.
Well, no, the exit's not next to the entrance.
I mean, there's some Skyrim dungeons that just exit like somewhere where you can't reach.
If you're heading up the ladder, I would suggest you call the rest of your party.
I was just gonna peek up.
You see a stone covering at the top of the ladder.
Let me go get Seika.
There she is, along with Fumi.
Seika, Miss Fumi. I assume Miss Veda
Yes?
is staying, but there is a ladder out through this pipe.
She seems to be settling in. Said she'll come around to the Sword and Board in a few days.
All right. I had a computer malfunction. Give me a minute.
Oh no.
Oh, there's a corpse. Freya's
I
over
was.
there. Wait, am I missing somebody? Nyx has also had a computer malfunction. It looks like.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yep, Forge logged me out.
Forge moment.
Forge
The good
moment.
old logged out. Yeah.
Yeah, along with 10 errors about not being logged in.
We love that one every time.
Give me the hyper beam tank, please.
Again?
In general, chat.
As you push open the stone cover at the top of this ladder here,
Good icon, Noah.
That is a good icon.
Oh. Here's your remote.
Okay.
Through the ladder.
and you push up into next to a fountain in Rosherlee. You appear to be, excuse me, you appear to be in the middle of a market that's setting up for the evening.
We might attract some attention climbing out of here, but that's what it is.
And a lot of you exit through.
Clonk, 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 clonk.
However, you... Let me make sure that this scene is correct before I go doing anything.
Excuse me, sewer business. Don't mind.
You don't see anybody really milling about where you arrived from.
We had good timing to be when it was empty. Got it.
Hadian goes out of his way to tell people, hold on, we were just coming out for some sewer business.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, it was sewer business.
Alright, snuff your lights, please.
Sure thing.
As the midday sun peeks through the sewer.
Where's it? There it is. Stash my Everlight crystal.
Sis descends into the darkness.
And the relative gentle afternoon glow with the trickle of the fountain next to you is very suddenly cut through the empty market square by a shout. You! We were looking for you!
Nope.
Who is it?
As a quintet of similarly uniformed individuals shouts at you down from the stairwell above you.
Down into like the market area.
Yep.
Are they dressed like police? What are they dressed like?
Well, I'm gonna show
Yeah,
you.
what's their general vibe?
I think I
Oh
know
my
if I
God.
need to pull a
There's
knife.
the vibe.
Yep. As I...
Oh, they're so cute. Oh my god.
Allow me to get them up for you.
Scrunglow.
Mimi is mine. She is mine.
Easy there.
She looks like she's like a little.
Yeah, you got both with those ears.
Oh, Eeper.
So, you
The
see
Eeper, the sheeper.
a... Making sure that this is working correctly. You see a Druva woman.
Wow.
Oh, she's cute.
Whoa, the bonker.
The bonker.
With a large pole club strapped to her back.
That is a metal druva, right? Not a metal. It's,
Uh,
it's earth.
she is Earth, but you see, there are some clear identifiers that she might be a Nephilim as well.
Ooh.
Because she's not very like earthy looking.
mhm.
Yeah. You see a towering Nuemia man currently picking his teeth as he is chewing on a large sandwich.
He's
Mood.
enjoying a decadent feast.
He is currently sat down, and his head is still at level with the Druva woman.
He is quite large. A fellow.
A pompous-looking human man, currently leaning a bit on a cane.
That's not a cane, that's a drill!
A Mox, who you can't really tell.
Someone is hiding in the
Well,
behind the tent.
it's more you can't particularly tell if they're they are a little ambiguous as far as you can tell, and a very fluffy looking Akumi.
He's so fluffy. Oh my
There
god.
she is. Yeah.
Yeah,
50%
look at that tail. Mofu, Mofu.
She's
Sometimes you just
100%
want to throw a character.
Yeah. This is not a person. This is a projectile.
A Mox reminds me heavily of Juniper. It's very good.
Yeah, she's super Juniper.
The Druva steps down a little bit, and the rest of her group seems to follow suit to a degree. We
Let's
are.
go. Should we go meet them?
But is Urika supposed to be hidden right now because I can't see her?
No, that's
just
an
waiting a
error on
second.
my part.
So we hear like ting 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 ting, and she walks up, right?
The Nuemia man stands up, says, "Oh man," and starts trudging down.
Can we help you?
Yes, the Druva says, "We are the porcelain guard of the Daughters of this church, and on suspicion of potential foul play in regards to the upcoming Bloom Festival, we have been tasked with arresting you lot."
Since motive.
Okay.
Hey, now this was official sewer business.
Why are you slinking around in the Rosherly sewers? It was already...
We were tasked
retrieving
to. Yeah,
We were
tasked to-
investigating the mystery of the magic orb.
Yes, we found it. Even.
You don't even know if she's actually authorized to arrest us. Why are we giving her more information than we need to?
She asked?
Because she asked.
Oh,
Fumi like turns back to look at Revka as if she didn't. She's like, I didn't think about it.
oh,
The surprised
Oh.
Pikachu face, like,
What? Huh?
now who is
No matter.
carrying the orb?
Yeah, which of you is
I feel like-
carrying
I figure
the orb?
Hannian would.
I feel like Iris feels like an orb carrier.
Iris
I
is
can-
an
I
orb
can really picture
carrier.
Iris holding up the orb in both hands, like, look!
Yeah, she's holding it above her head. See, look, it's right here.
Orb!
You see the Druva kind of pinch her chin a little, and her fingers sink in a bit.
But can you like stick your hand through a Druva? I thought they were more solid than that.
They are pliable, but not like Glorch.
You can't really stick your hand through one as much as it's just like they're very dentable.
Yeah. I don't trust you. The fountain's control sphere goes missing, and suddenly you appear through the sewer holding it.
Yeah, Toll stole it.
Yes, we're returning it.
A likely
Is it-
story.
And
Lucian?
they're still
Wait,
down
wait.
there. You want to go get them?
Shh. Wasn't the orb stolen the previous night?
Yes.
Okay, that was me asking you for clarification, Tim. Circa speaks it then. It's like, well, it didn't just go missing. It vanished last night. We and she gestures to the party. We were only informed of the theft. What? Only a couple of hours ago?
Yes.
And
This morning specifically.
we've been investigating since.
It sounds like you're resisting our questioning. Iris?
Are you authorized?
Yeah,
Are you police?
Show me your
Iris?
badge.
Iris,
Mhm.
with your sense motive, you can tell she's just stupid.
I was about to say, Revis would be like,
Oh.
are you damaged? We're actually like they're answering your question.
She's following your little script.
Iris is gonna whisper. I think she's just uninformed. She might be authorized though.
And she hefts her weapon at you. No matter,
Oh.
we can bring you in for questioning where you can't get away.
Oh,
You're not gonna like the outcome of this, kid.
Why?
In the name of the Porcelain Guard, we will arrest you.
Umi yells again. Why?
Suspicion.
I don't think that's a valid reason. Oh god, the music changed.
Right before combat, Revis is gonna sneak out a merciful bomb.
Arguing back? That's very suspicious.
I don't know, bandwagon fallacy?
And we're going to begin initiative.
Is that how we do this? Is that how you debate?
I will also draw a weapon when she hefts hers. If that is permitted.
Yep.
Make sure to right click set as a loop, guys.
I did. Alright, we're going to begin.
There was a bomb.
You see the Nuemia quick to realize that a fight's going on. And you hear him say, "You got it, boss." Will...
Pulse.
No. Dude, you got it, boss. And he begins to, like, flex down on himself, and his clothes begin to solidify and become jagged.
Rock on!
Rock
Umi just
on.
kind of blinking like, what? Huh?
And Bro
What's
says,
happening?
Remaster free action rage!
Do we have the drop down thing?
Yeah, it's just very slow.
Ah.
And I can see it
course.
on my player, but not on Observer. And this Saturday, it took, I think, 6 minutes to appear.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
Then again, on Saturday there appeared to be problems
Yeah.
running anyway.
me rolling absolutely shit on the initiative.
You're distracted.
And
Oh, there's mine.
sorry if the carousel's taking a second.
Yeah.
I think Foundry's having some
You can't
issues.
do anything about it.
Yep. Alright, and
Bro is
let's begin.
raging.
He takes a long jump.
Bro's got quick jump.
Oh my god.
Does it still have to make a roll?
That show his eye. Can you show his icon? Like, oh my god.
I can sort of.
Bro
How-
has gone beast mode.
How far did he fall with that jump?
They're 15
15
feet
foot.
up.
Yeah,
Does he take fall damage?
he does not.
Looks like he doesn't.
I think it'd have been hilarious if he just like jumped like yeah, and then just like
Yeah,
Fall.
he hits the ground.
Barbarian-
Loud, like
Barbarian
glass
passive
breaking
where
noises.
you, a barbarian passive where you deal the same amount of fall damage you take in AoE around you.
Very
They just
cool
meteor
looking.
fall.
Just thud. Big man.
He growls. He runs.
I feel like the Druid is going to jump off and actually like plant a face and flop.
Good.
Do 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 do.
Whoa there.
And he immediately brings a hand down on Seika.
Whoa there, buddy.
Unwise.
You better calm down. Oh god. He's critting.
Alright, do your damage, Hanny. There it is.
Yes. He just barrels past it.
Smack.
Ah,
That's the end of
Blood
his turn.
Rager. I see. I see what he's
Next
cooking.
is Hanny.
Ooh, I'm Henning. Well, Seika is under attack, so first things first. Let's hit the sprint. Make the roll. See if I can get to move 30. I do. I get the sprint count from plus and let's see if I can. Actually, hold on. What if I move through him? How far would that be? It would be 25. No,
I don't-
it would be difficult to run.
Yeah, you can't tumble through if you're sprinting.
Yeah, no,
So
I
it's
was,
too
I was
next.
comparing to tumble through, but I would not have the speed necessary.
You pretty much have to take 2 actions to get to the opposite side, regardless of which way you do it.
So I'll be sprinting to here in one action.
Okay.
And then the old reliable. Actually, no. It's let's try it again, and we'll do a one combination for a long short attack. So, and a fist strike. So, unfortunately, I need to have hands free to actually be able to use the upgraded fist thingy, but I'll make the attack roll and then roll a... where it gets. Can I use the fist strike without hands free?
Technically, I was assuming that your gauntlet was on your sword hand anyway.
Well, I mean, I have
Suppose.
gauntlets on either side, but the gauntlet isn't a fist for to upgrade the damage from...
Yeah, no,
Spirit.
I mean, like, yeah, you've got a bare hand. For Spirit Warrior.
So I just have to sheath one of my weapons temporarily in that case as well. So sheath this. Also have to sheath the gauntlet. That's when I get the access to the fist. Like so. So I roll both and I combine the damage. Slash bow!
I love it when the 3 dice gets thrown and it hits the other dice and makes the other one smaller.
Clonk. I click boom pow. And that is my turn.
You see him whirl around to look at you. Okay, here we go.
I said,
Um,
go there.
Lucian strides up. He's going to start by casting Shield.
Well, he only has 1 action, so can't do that much.
And then he takes cover. By ducking a bit behind the
Bro
group.
said, "Alright, let's go," and then was like,
Nice.
hides.
Alright, that's his turn. Mimi is going to stride over here. She is casting a spell.
Oh god, it's fireball!
No.
Fireball at this level in this part of town?
Oh, she's okay.
And then she takes cover.
Oh my god, is that mirror image?
You don't know.
It's mirror image, but it keeps happening.
Seika.
Hmm.
My turn. I do have to go do something real quick.
That's a good focus spell. You
me-
can use the mirror image effect to track that, yes.
Good point.
That's that.
I mean,
I just love the
how many
damage. Pure
dupes does
damage.
that give you? Just up to 3?
Yeah, it started with 1.
Start with 1.
Seika looks at the big guy. Glances down.
There's a big guy.
And then proceeds to kick his leg out from under him.
Do a flip. Ah!
Do a flip.
Yeah. It's important to rotate tokens.
We need a module that automatically rotates tokens 90 degrees when they get tripped.
I agree.
And then they're all going to be coming down that way, so. Seika's going to stride over to here. And then raise shield.
Okay. Fumi.
Fumi is phasing.
And who are you summoning?
The new one.
Alright, Seraph goes next to
I
you.
call upon Goo.
Yeah.
She's
Sorry.
so cute. Oh, she's so big.
Expands and consumes Fumi whole.
First thing Seraph does, she looks at Luminia and she just kind of squints disapprovingly. So we're gonna, let's see, target, and then we need a target.
Too far.
Oh, too far? Oh, it's just out of range, I see.
Yeah, got the verticals.
Well, I can have her appear here instead, and then it would have been fine. Is that alright with you, Kat?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Boo. Failure. Unsurprising. Seraph's then going to extend her hands, and she's going to
Her hair.
use Life Bond.
Seraph does not actually have hands. The bangs of her hair
Yeah,
kind of
her
act-
hair's her hair flops sideways, and she creates a thing. Up to 3. I'm gonna be placing it on Saika, and up to 3 other people can participate in this. This basically divides the damage amongst. When Saika takes damage, she's only gonna take a little bit instead of all of it.
So the effect goes on Seika.
Yeah. So who wants to take part of this?
Yeah, it will increase within 30 feet.
Let me take a look.
I'm within 30 feet of it. I know that Seraph is one of the protectors.
Mm,
I'm fine with being another one.
I
okay.
think Revica can.
So I'm-
All right. So we're gonna
I'm
link.
extemporeate.
Sarah, Revica, and Hannian are gonna link to Saika. So Saika, you're only taking a quarter of the damage that you should be.
Okay.
but everyone's taking that quarter.
So the three of us that are protecting it could right-click extempore lifeblood.
Temporary life.
So you click your own token, you right-click the full description, and you hit extempore. So that's easier to track. It should come out the bottom.
No, not the actual effect.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole text bar.
Haha.
Doesn't seem to want to work.
It should be popping up either above or below it. So you might need to scroll down after you right click.
Yeah, pop below the box for me.
There you go.
And who else took it? Was it Hanian? Yeah, Hanian took it. Okay.
I'm unable to do it. I have no
I
fucking...
put it on you for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Alright. And then...
And Psycha has the primary effect on?
Yep.
Remember to add 10 temp HP.
Already
that was
has it.
automated.
Oh, okay, cool. That's the end of the turn.
Did
Sorry,
not do it for me, so.
Well, no, it's for the primary only.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I told you not to take the primary effect.
Yeah. Luminia. How much do I see of her?
She currently has lesser
Defense,
cover.
Lesser cover, it's negated because she's off guard to me.
Okay.
Or is the off guard partially negated by the cover?
It's true. Well, I think you keep... Well, no, I think it auto-calculates, so you don't have to do that. So give her the lesser cover,
Okay.
and it'll take care of it.
Yeah, surprise attack is automated if you do the things that qualify you for it. Like her one
Okay.
stealth.
That's a 1!
That's not a good roll.
That's a better roll.
That's a better roll. That's it. Was Revika hiding, or was she like participating in the conversation? I think she didn't participate in the convo.
Then I'm gonna... Do. Oh, I jam, so I clear my weapon, and that'll be my turn.
Alright.
The pure greed of the second strike, risky round.
Had to.
Strides over here.
Ooh, she's striding.
The Spider Strider.
Rider.
Looks like I need to add something to my hotbar here. Oh yeah, no, that worked.
Get some bug on bug violence.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, if I
It's
saw
gotta be-
Revika, she would also be my hunter to prey.
I think. This is weird.
You know, that's just rude.
Hunt Fair should be working.
Yeah, no, it does. I'm just getting used to this macro because I've never had to use it before. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of these things use the new token mark rule element, which means you do need to target a creature and use it.
Okay. And she immediately pops 2 arrows at you.
Killer.
Ow. Haha, foolery.
And then she fires another arrow at you.
Oh my god.
She's striding.
Machine gun.
Twin hot shot?
No, she hunted before the encounter started.
Oh, okay.
She did. She had no part of this conversation
That's
either.
true. She was
It was just
staring at
Luminia.
Revika.
Speaking of Luminia,
I love her starting this fight and being the second to last person to actually do anything in it.
You know how it works.
Everyone,
Got a grandstand.
go! And then she waits for everyone to go. She's just polite.
Yeah, you know.
I feel like they gave her the lead, the role of leader because she's not good at anything. Just push her to the front, guys. We'll clean up after her.
Strides.
Ooh, she's striding.
I love it when people stride.
Ooh, she's striding.
Stride.
Balance check to make sure she doesn't like stumble down the stairs like an idiot.
Tried.
Ooh, she's striding.
Let's in return.
You
Now
fool.
I've got you.
That wasn't a good turn at all.
Okay,
I remember hearing about movements like that where you just run at people. It never ends well.
Tell Honey in that.
Okay, first action, I'm going to use the diplomacy.
That's a legendary feat, my friend.
I'm actually mostly out of spells, so
You got all your second
That's
ranks.
true.
all my second ranks are undebuffed.
Restored.
So
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
So
you
I'm
have
gonna use,
half your
I'm gonna use
spell
the
slot?
plum-
I looked at your sheet.
Iris is
Yeah, you have
Iris
Bless
is
and
going
Sacred
to.
Beasts remaining.
I do have Sacred Beasts, and I'm going to hold on to that in case I need it. But
Unless-
Iris is gonna hold out the orb to Luminia and say, "I think you're misunderstanding something. Here, we just want to return it."
What are you?
Nah.
Rebecca
Fumi
just
like
looks
turns
up to her.
ethereal and she opens her mouth and no noise comes out.
Anyway, Luminia has to spend an action taking the orb. It's not her turn.
I can tell you're not a bad person. Can we stop before someone gets hurt?
She's gonna.
Me. And you're not gonna get a whole lot out of her because she has in fact been shot twice.
Yeah, that's what happens when you roll last on
Non-lethally.
initiative. Yeah, not lethally, it's slugs.
They were
Yeah,
rubber
Rebecca has
bullets.
rubber bullets.
You're getting the feeling that she's a bit too dumb to understand exactly what's going on.
She's locked in.
Yeah, she is locked in.
For better or worse, she was locked in.
You're trying to trick me, aren't you?
Iris is going to stand firm and look up at her and say, "I'm not going to fight you," and she's going to end her turn.
Okay.
She's gonna hold her hands to her sides, and she's going to essentially reduce her AC to 0.
Okay.
Okay.
Vacheron stands up.
I wish that GIF would have posted. That's Fumi right now.
Stands up. Here. You no longer have guards, so let me use my reactive strength. Calm down.
Also, all my spells are lethal, and she doesn't want to use them. All my attacking spells, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mentioned. You have half of your level 1 spell slots left. You're the opposite of out.
Alright.
Bonk.
Ooh. Alright, that's enough out of you. And he's going to
Once again, I
heft
tell you,
his
this was official sewer business.
This is official sewer business.
One second. You see his claws sharpen as if a feint, and he spits out what seems to be a thin line of electricity at you.
He's using witchcraft.
Oh god.
Ah!
Owie.
Only damage is only split when the target, Sega, takes damage, right? Not when anybody else take damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
And you see his glow seem to diminish a bit in his chest.
He's a witch!
Don't worry, I'll be giving some HP out on my turn. Some temps.
And that's his turn. And now it is Anian.
Now it is my turn. Let's think real quick. I believe at this point. Yeah. I am going to drop my hammer as a free action.
Mm-hmm.
So that my hand is free. And then I will snagging strike. To batter him with my sword real quick.
Okay.
Like so. Ooh. He'll deal a bit of damage to him, and it makes him off guard.
Okay.
And now that he is off guard, I am going to non-lethally double slice him with sword and
But
gauntlet.
let's not think about how that works.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he's using the flat of the blade. Just battering
bonk
him.
bonk.
So we're doing like so. We'll add MAP with this one. And I have the penalty. I'll give myself the double slice penalty to account for non-lethal.
Mm-hmm.
And the gauntlet doesn't have non-lethal, right? No, it doesn't yet. It is a big, thick gauntlet.
Too much metal.
Yeah, I'll give myself the double slice penalty for non-lethal on the gauntlet. So, hey,
Come on, man.
my plan worked out. Good. Bap. Boom, boom, boom. I'm a fighter. I attack 3 times. Tactically,
Did it. He did the thing.
I did the 3
He did the
I did 3 strikes in a
thing!
turn without hitting
Oh.
max MAP.
Fight a moment.
Shenanigans. Yeah, it struck me that if my 2-hit is pretty good, then snaking strike into double slice is actually viable. There we go. And while he's adjacent to me, he's off guard to everyone now.
Off guard, you say?
Yeah.
Lucian is casting a spell.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Magic.
Is he done casting the spell by the end of this turn, or no?
No, he's casting Inner Radiance for 6 turns.
Oh, so we're safe.
And then I just crit fails and instantly dies.
Checking range.
Iris crit fails but survives. It only hits all of her tail except for her torso.
We're gonna have to give you a tail implant, Iris. You don't longer
Iris is
have
in a
fat
wheelchair
tail.
for like 7 sessions.
Don't worry, the Tors can make a pretty convincingly fake tail.
Alright. Revica, you feel cold.
Ooh, the biting frost.
Yeah.
And takes cover again and ends his turn.
Ouch.
Mimi. Strides. Checking things.
So one's a
Mimi
ranger, one's a
strides.
barbarian.
Might be a wizard.
There's
One appears
two.
to be
Yeah,
one
I'm
appears to be a
assuming a
wizard.
wizard and a sorcerer.
One's an animist. Yeah, he's a wizard or sorcerer. If
She's
I have
sustaining
one-
her. Is she
Yeah.
sustaining her funky form?
She does sustain her funky form, which
She
I
gets
believe
a
gives her
second
another
illusion.
mirror image.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the end of her turn. Seika.
Hmm.
Varian, something.
Seika, get in there. You're shielded.
Seiki, you should help get rid of this thing next to me. She's mean.
This is true. Stride over.
She doesn't really seem
don't-
to respect our side.
Anyone.
I'm gonna remove her cover before you attack her. Okay.
Circa simply goes, I'll be having words with your
Can I
with your
speak to
commanding
manager?
officer after this.
I think that's
And then
fair,
she's-
manager.
and then
If she
proceeds
points
to
at
bonk her with a
Luminia.
big stick.
All right. Go ahead. She can only do.
Gator attenuator. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Well,
that's
it's-
a good one.
That's an 18, and it wasn't a crit.
I imagine she's got high AC considering
I
her
mean, even I have 21 AC.
physiology.
She takes the hit, and you see her grit her teeth, and the rocky parts of her body harden up.
Hmm.
Let's go.
Wait a second, is she using... What the fuck is that? Got distracted by that fucking roll.
In,
I was gonna go, is
Stop.
that your gargoyle?
no.
That is.
She's not an idiot. Just 90% of her brain capacity is doing intense algebra at all time.
Defensive calculation, go!
If she was a human, that hair would be blonde and her eyes would be bright blue.
Hey, wait a
My
second.
She,
brain is so massive. I
she's
can
an
do more
injured-
calculations incorrectly.
She has such big dumbass tsundere and energy. It's insane.
Now what's Fumi doing?
And what that Fumi doing?
The goop.
Seraph. Seraph does a little
Stop
jump.
that.
Everyone gets a moat.
A what?
Doesn't that affect enemies too?
Every ally gets a moat.
All living.
It says all living.
No.
That's fine.
Moat up.
Okay.
Hey, look, I think it's
Healing
just
mode.
loading the entire encounter with healing modes.
Just look. As long as we focus target,
Yeah.
this is fine. As long as we focus target.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Yeah, everyone gets one moat.
Drag a healing moat to yourself.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
Circa
Basically,
taking
when
the-
you would take damage, you take 8 less.
Okay.
Meaning
also,
Seika's just pretty much straight up immune to damage right now.
Circa takes the orb of virus.
Okay. She lets her.
She crushes it like that classic.
Heart
Japanese-
crusher.
You better not crush it.
We don't really know who these people are.
Take your moat.
They seem highly
Alright.
unprofessional.
They're very unprofessional, but I don't think they're bad.
Well, we
Yeah.
can't just
Seraph then
hand it
runs
on to
over
them.
here.
Who knows what they'll do with it?
Wevica.
Wewaka. Hum.
I'm going to stride.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll.
Okay.
Kill her.
Doesn't stop me, does it?
You're suppressed, apparently.
If the target is suppressed.
Yeah, it
No,
disrupts
you weren't suppressed
movement
yet.
on a normal hit.
Yeah, if you're suppressed.
It's the target suppressed and move action. You disrupt the action.
Yeah. Oh look, it's a monk ability, but good. Yeah, this suppresses and just disrupts movement period on a hit.
No, if you are suppressed, it disrupts movement.
So I get healed 8, Nova.
You
That's
take
not-
one.
Yeah, if you got hit,
That is not what that
you
says.
you only take the 1 damage.
Yeah, so I take 9 and then I heal 8. It's basically it's recovery at the same time.
If the attack hits, the target is suppressed.
Yeah.
And the attack was a move action, you disrupt that action.
Yep. So your move is stopped right here.
Ah, imagine if stand
Twinge.
still. This is stand still that gives a.
Oh yeah,
hit
no. So
penalty.
strange.
If Monk had that, they would actually be a tank.
Air tank idea.
Listen, you can be a fist soldier. It's a real thing. Anyway, what else are you doing, Wevica?
Am I suppressed?
Wouldn't she?
You are suppressed. Oh
So
no,
can
she
you
stopped.
put
She stopped Revica as.
Oh, she
She was-
on the second square. Got it.
Yep. The weird crooked teeth of her club catch your leg and stop you in your tracks.
Get hooked.
I really don't need this right now. I hope you know that.
If you stopped resisting,
I'm not resisting.
No. I'm not gonna stop resisting. You can stop.
Fatally non-lethal.
Fatally non-lethal. You just hear a deafening crack as it goes across her head and chips her horn.
No, I feel like you'd shoot her and like her whole body would like undulate as like the shock passes her.
I figured the horns were more like keratin-y.
Clearly, you break off one of her twin tails.
Yeah, no, I was wondering about
That'd
that.
be good,
Can you like pull off a twin tail? Does it grow back?
I mean, it's her
No.
hair.
Then you
But
pull
like,
it off
it's not
and
like real hair.
no, you pull it off and then like stick it somewhere else and it's magnetized.
Like, keep in mind, you
The
also
suppress
minus
slow you
10
down
speed
as well.
penalty.
Oh, you do take a 10-foot penalty.
Suppress
Okay.
is a very good condition.
Suppress
fucked
is
up.
really good.
I just wanted to make
It's
sure.
almost like Starfinder is stronger than Pathfinder.
Meow. She scurries to the pots.
Wait, you're not Iris.
Iris is
Erica
not ready
continues
yet.
firing arrows at Revica.
Good.
This is genuinely uncalled for. You're
It's
next.
actually called for. That's not a hit. That's a hit.
Yeah.
All right, mode stun. I forgot about that.
And then she shoots again.
How do I? It's just changing effects. There
and
we
she
go.
shoots again.
Flurry Ranger!
There's
Blurry moment.
Okay, that's the end of her turn.
Imagine if there was an agile bow.
Oh, how long
Terrifying.
does suppress last? End of my turn
It's
or
an
their
effect.
turn?
It's gotta go away when it goes away.
Let's
Because I accidentally cleared it, so it needs to be put back on.
Let's go.
do. Oh yeah, it doesn't say. Hold on.
It says, yeah, it just lists unlimited.
That's fucked
Not
up.
good at all.
No,
It's
I've
suppressed
got to.
forever.
I got to see here. Until the start of her next turn.
Got it, yeah.
All right,
The effect
you
is
can
now.
slap it back onto me.
Well,
It's gone now.
that
because
means it
the
goes away.
action started.
It's gone now because it's it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Ah, well,
Oh yeah. Whoops. I'm a fool.
I forgot
All right.
she was like right at the bottom.
Luminia hefts her weird club and slams it directly in the ground between Iris and Seika.
That'll teach you to try and negotiate.
Oh, exactly. Reflex.
Mm.
Backflip. If
Drag.
you have a reach weapon with area fire, can you do it? Is it still emanating from the side of your corner, or can you enter within reach?
Hold on.
like it is here?
Remember, Fumi's not real, so.
Yeah, I'm
Not
trying
adding to
to scroll this through, and you guys rolled all your saves
Sorry.
Fumi's
Before
just
the
not
thing.
real.
formatted. All right.
Is,
Well, take damage as. Yeah. Okay. All right. And She
Iris.
oh,
Iris
go ahead.
also heal. She took damage.
All right.
Yeah,
How much is
that's-
it?
You just take the 5 away.
Oh.
As she
took-
immediately swings at you again.
Ah.
isn't it a basic save, so she would
No.
take half damage?
No, she takes the 5 damage goes away because of the healing effect.
Oh, right.
Yep.
The moat triggers.
The moat. The moat.
I think you'd also remove
So,
the effect
so is
of
the-
moat.
This is the moat gone because I
Yes.
right clicked it, like it's just like
Yep.
it turned to grays.
And she hits you. Yeah. And then with her. No, that's all of her act. No, wait, she has one more.
Area fire was
No.
2.
Yeah.
And she just swung.
Yeah, the third
Uh-huh.
action is hitting Iris with 10 damage.
I know. Primary target.
Oh, I love when a dice is permanently stuck on my screen. Let me refresh. It only happens for.
Oh. And then with her third action, she swings at Seika. Bap.
Oh, never mind. The dice is also permanently stuck on the observer. Let me refresh both. Sometimes the dice just Malgus does not deload,
So
It's very
the way-
weird, but
so-
very
and
uncommon.
it's
So the way Soldier works is whenever they do an AoE, they get a free attack before the AoE goes off to potentially suppress the enemy.
Ah. That's another argument why we don't know Soldier. He's very strong.
And that's the end of her turn. Iris.
Actually, I
Seika
don't take
take-
any damage. Yeah, so I take quarter
Yeah.
damage.
You take
So I would-
everyone who is linked takes a quarter damage.
Yep,
Okay.
So,
So what's
1
the-
damage?
A quarter of 7.
Oh, 7, so 2.
Yeah. Rounded up to 2. Everybody takes 2.
Yeah.
So I take 2 first, and
Oh, no.
first heal.
It's supposed to be
which is-
10,
I
not
heal by-
0.
I heal by 8, right, Nova?
Wait, I take 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, the funniest thing is, because that counts, if you have a moat, it triggers the moat and you heal.
Yeah, so I healed for more damage than I took because I was already missing health.
So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I also take 2 damage.
So anyone who has a moat heals for 8 if they take that
If I-
2 damage.
So, a question.
Yep.
Sorry, this is a bit of a...
Mhm.
Is the damage calculated before or after my resistance because it's slashing damage?
your slash damage should
Resistance first and then the damage.
Okay, so it's everyone takes 1 damage then
Got it.
because it's you're taking a quarter of 5.
apologies for the clumsiness, by the way, viewers. We are new to this stuff.
Yep,
Mhm.
but that 1 damage triggers moat, meaning the everyone just heals 7 from you
Yeah.
getting hit lightly.
Which means I take no damage. 'Cause honestly, resistant. Blah blah. I take
Mhm.
take 1 damage and then I heal.
Yeah.
With 7?
Luminia looks
She
very
actually hits
concerned.
you and you heal.
Yeah, Luminia looks very concerned as she does her big cool combo, and you end up looking better off. Oh,
I feel
Hold
so
on.
refreshed.
Let me treat my wounds and see if I can do something funny.
Tail slap her into unconsciousness.
I was thinking of doing that. That would have been funny, but she looks like she has a high AC.
Still frustrated that I can't non-lethal with weapon infusion.
just punch her in the
I
head.
mean, battle medicine
I'm
into
gonna-
bless is a very solid activity here.
I was thinking about doing that. Yeah.
Keep in
I'm
mind
gonna
that-
battle medicine myself once.
What was the next?
keep in mind
I'm gonna
She
re-roll
can-
that.
What's up next?
she can react to manipulate actions, which includes battle medicine.
Yeah,
She can.
Iris provokes that by doing the thing with battle medicine. Done.
She is
Wait,
not
what?
going to react to battle medicine.
Okay. Iris is gonna heal herself.
That's better. As a
So
reminder,
one-
you
I actually need to check and see how much that heals because
it's
it's
2d8.
okay. 2d8. Thank you.
And you'd also left click that apply elements and it's a field and it puts the cooldown on.
Yep.
It gives you a little iris sticker.
I like the little iris sticker.
All right.
Anyways,
She doesn't worry.
yeah, Iris looks up at Luminia, who just smacked her with her hammer, and it looks like Iris has a bruise, and she just kind of dusts off some dirt, and there's no bruise underneath it.
No problem.
Ow!
She has a bruise and she just looks like
Iris immediately molts.
Molds.
Anyway,
There's just a second iris next to her now.
Luminia looks very
post
concerned.
that fuking
What the fuck's
She
going
has
on?
an effect.
that terrible Shikinoko post where they get into the skin. Ugh.
No.
Luminia looks down at her
Luminia-
hammer and goes, "Am I a healer?"
Okay, so what do you think, Cats? I'll let you do your
Yeah,
thing.
she looks a bit concerned that she has done absolutely nothing in this fight. Besides get
got-
hit in the head a whole bunch.
We
Iris,
gaslight into thinking she's bad at the job.
Iris looks at Luminia and just kind of asks, not as a diplomacy, just asking, "Are you sure you don't want to stand down?"
I gotta do this.
We can
You
talk.
see Fumi ethereally give Iris a thumbs up, and then she says she has to do this, and then Fumi gives her a thumbs down.
And she
Fumi looks
continues
sad.
hardening herself for combat.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna go ahead and spend an action to channel elements while holding my hand out towards Luminia.
When you're already channeling elements.
I thought. Am I already? It didn't say I was.
Channel elements doesn't drop unless you go unconscious, so you can
Oh.
just always keep it up.
Oh, then it was already active.
Wait, what are you doing
Okay.
with
It's
channel elements?
pushing the effect just not on me for some reason.
What are you doing with channel elements?
I'm
It's
gonna blast her.
Luminia,
Okay.
You can
which is
No.
not capable of being non-lethal.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying is kinesis. You need a feat to do non-lethal damage to kinesis.
If anything,
It's
I would
so
say help out
stupid.
Hanian and blast this fella down here.
All right, then I'm just gonna non-lethal tail slap her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
do
gonna say,
that
you
too.
can just tail snap her.
It's gonna be as accurate as the.
Use
yeah,
the
it's
ass
gonna be
slap attack.
it's gonna be slightly less accurate, but like you know,
The slaps.
I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna re-roll that. You know I will.
That is a 2. I mean, you're probably
Well,
still
hero
not gonna
point it.
hit.
It'll be funny.
Oh, that's good.
It's
God
so
bless.
funny.
God
Yeah.
bless
I-
0 points.
That is.
The hubris of man!
The hubris of man is indeed something I hate.
All right,
Um,
you've got one more action.
I do have one more action, and
Do it again.
all or nothing. I'm gonna don't blast
With
her.
MAP, fish for the crit or die.
Okay, hold on. Oh, fuck.
Make me proud, Iris.
But I love how my unarmed strike has a lower MAP.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's agile.
Does she look like she has 1 HP left? Does an unarmed attack look like it'll work?
She does look pretty
I
bad.
I
might.
think so.
You do well.
Fuck it.
Go.
I only have a -1 to hit with an unarmed strike.
Just slap her.
Oh
Yeah.
me!
Slap. That is.
That was actually
Yeah!
close!
It almost got.
Let that hit.
Wait, that's the
Wait.
wrong map. You did 8 instead of like 4
Yeah,
or
I think that
5.
might be a hit actually.
Yeah, that would have hit.
That's a 23.
Oh my god! Wait, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Hold on.
2 damage.
2 damage!
Slap.
And she goes down.
Wrong.
Good. I'm so proud of you.
She slumps. Yeah, you managed to like hit her straight in the stomach, and her eyes roll up, and she just slumps onto the floor.
Oh, boy.
No.
She falls on her back, and she's got like, she like twitch. She has like that anime girl like back, like just
Yeah.
twitching on the ground, like.
What it is
Iris very
it's
nonchalantly is
not
going to
fried.
look up at Lucian and say, Are you sure you don't want to talk? And I'm going to end my turn.
I feel like it says it was a tail strike, but what Iris would actually do is coil her tail like a spring and then just launch herself and head in the stomach.
Coiled
So what
it
Iris
in
did was,
tip- no, go ahead.
Iris tail slapped. She missed. Her tail went in between Laminia's legs, and she's using the momentum of that to slam into her with her fist.
Yep. Ooh.
All right. Nashron is going to roar at you.
Uh-oh. Clearly, I am the most capable fighter. I took out their leader with a single punch.
True. That's why you were holding back your strength this whole time, trying to be merciful. He casting that on me?
Yeah.
Hey man. Hey buddy. Stop that. Come on.
Change Iris into a battle cloak.
That would be so funny to just do that.
Let me know if you get hit by that gouging claw. But,
Because of the non-lethal penalty?
Mm-hmm.
Might have been a crit without it, but I don't want to crit someone to death. So,
Go ahead and roll damage.
bound.
8 bonk.
What can you still hear, Fred? Oh wait. I thought you said
And then he attempts to headbutt you.
Rude.
Crunch.
Block, block,
And-
block, block.
Slams this. So he goes for a wide sweeping headbutt, like you'd expect out of like an ox or something, and he slams his head into the side of the fountain.
Whoa, careful, dude!
Bummer.
Buddy, that's property damage.
Oh,
I
this
think he's
bites.
still off guard, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he should have been off guard to my attack. Because snagging strike.
Oh, well then that would have been a crit. He'd be down.
Well, let's heal for the damage I dealt him, and I'll
Yep.
roll a crit on that same attack. Because we don't know. It might have been small. Okay, no, I think he would have been down.
Yep, he's unconscious.
Knockout.
He's unconscious, not dying. The big man's down!
All right, it's Anian's turn.
It is my turn. Ravika's kind of being bullied right now.
Hazards of Blood Rager. The reactive strike.
I'm gonna straight over here. And I'm gonna squish Ravika like an egg.
You just grab Revika and shove her into a potion.
You know what? What this tells me is that I need to get Iris to spike Gauntlet.
That's
Just
violent.
get a flail and attach it to the
So
tip of
you
her
could
tail.
give Ravika the healing cast for Ice and BRB.
Okay.
Tail flail.
We wield Iris like a flail.
Flail.
All right.
That'd be a total weapon.
And then I'm gonna sprint up the ladder. Not ladder, the stairs. So I think these
Okay.
two difficult terrain and such.
Yeah, those are difficult terrain because you're going upstairs.
In Hanian's culture, ladder and stair have the same word.
Right. So that's 20, and then I can't go further up. Because I think my speed is 25, yes.
Oh dear. Lucian kind of mutters. He strides over here.
Okay,
He's
I'm
going to
sorry about
cast a
that. How
spell.
dare you squish me? But thank you for the healing.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh wait, here we go. This is what Iris did.
Um,
He casts sudden,
He-
sudden bolt.
no. He snaps his fingers, and electricity arcs between Seika and Iris.
Uh oh. Basic reflex or no?
Yeah, it's basic reflex. It's tied to the thingamabob.
Okay.
There's a little save button there. Under the damage.
Unfortunate.
Air? Under the damage?
I got it.
There's a little running man underneath the 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what
I-
How do
I
we
just put-
split?
Just letting you know.
I still saved to the right thing, so
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just it creates way less chat bloat if you're rolling that.
All right. And that's the end of his turn.
I just used.
As you see his skin start to turn scaly.
It wasn't already.
No. Mimi's
Lucian,
turn.
not Vacheron.
Yeah.
Mimi.
If anything bad ever happens to Mimi, I'm gonna kill everyone in this room and then myself.
I mean, nothing bad is gonna happen because I'm pretty sure she's rocking 3 of these stupid things now.
She sure is.
Watch out! I'm gonna do something.
Her run up is nightmarish.
I'm gonna pick her up and throw her into the fountain.
And she cast
Good.
shield on herself.
I feel like if you threw her, she wouldn't even animate. It'd just be like,
Turn 3, I'm almost to the combat.
You pick her up like one of those bad JPEG animations.
I love the idea. I love the idea of her having no offensive options. It is just turtling.
She's just running. Oh my god, that was actually her entire turn.
She strode once.
Sexton's right over here, look up at them, and says, we can end this somewhat peacefully.
Lucian, you can see him sweating. He does not look happy about this.
I'm very good at writing complaint letters.
Oh, what will Daddy think of this? You hear him mutter under his breath.
What did he mutter his breath? Think about this, or what? Think about this?
What will Daddy think of this?
Oh my god.
Oh god. Well, while they think on that,
Well, I think on that fire.
no, Seika stamps a foot and a tremor line like runs up the leg of the statue holding this balcony up.
Alright. Place the burst down, then roll damage, and then drag the DC onto the damage.
But as a quick question, are there like civilian witnesses to this?
No.
When we came out earlier, it was mentioned it was pretty much empty, so I imagine this is like a pretty empty area right now. For now.
That's funny. Alright.
Sometimes you just gotta do minimum damage.
Sometimes you just gotta do minimum damage.
Sometimes you have to do minimum damage.
It's Fumi o'clock.
It is Fumi o'clock. Seraph just kind of trundles over here. Like looks around. Ooh.
Rotate through me like a clock.
She begins to she begins to collect healing energy.
Okay.
Is that what they call fireball now?
Actually, no. Instead of doing that, I just realized I can do this instead. She's just gonna walk and refresh.
Okay.
This does reset Life Bond, so Life Bond does turn off, but I'll be able to set it up again.
And
if
you're also
necessary.
immobilized.
She cocoons herself.
Everyone
Okay.
get rid of the life bond.
Yep,
Next
already
to
did so.
So she walks into the center, looks around, and like goes. She basically melts into a little blob. That will be her turn.
Wevika.
I'm going to cover to reload.
Mm-hmm.
taking cover, so I'll give myself lesser cover there because I'm not like fully hidden, but I feel like it's still more than just standing out in the open. And I'm going to ready in action.
Okay, what are you
I'm
ready?
going to dictate to is it Eureka?
Erika.
Arika, sorry.
Aricia.
I'm going-
Excuse me. I had to-
Aricia?
Yeah, Aricia.
I'm going to dictate to Aricia with my gun aimed at her. I'm not going to fire until you shoot me again. I'm assuming your wonderful leader pushed you to this option. We don't have to fight anymore. We can talk. But if you shoot me again,
She drops
I
her
will-
bow.
good.
Very easy.
Revika will lower her weapon then. She won't use the reaction and will end her turn.
She starts her
Lucian-
turn. She picks up her bow.
Aricia pushes some hair out of her face. Lucian, let's just get those 2 lugs and get out of here. Then they surrender.
And then Mimi comes running down the stairs and yells blood, and then she casts
Mimi-
final sacrifice.
Oh my god!
Mimi begins to run down the stairs, trips, falls flat on her face, and she's just out cold.
No.
All of the
no.
illusions shatter at the same time. It's just a mess of
She,
like magic
if she would
exploding.
have spun backward, she could have landed on her tail and just been fine.
Then she trips down the stairs, and all the illusions do as well, and you can't tell which is the real one to pick up.
All of them is dead, so you can loot them.
We successfully convinced them to leave us alone.
And you can loot them as well.
I feel like that's immoral.
That seems a little immoral. And
Hey, they
objectively,
attacked us
I feel like
first.
we wouldn't take their stuff.
So that is actually a crime.
Yeah, I'm not. Gonna, you know, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna loot them.
Iris is going to take the weapon off of Laminia. Iris is gonna look over at Seika, and she's gonna pull out her manacles and says, "Citizens arrest."
I'll stop the music.
I can't.
If you
clip
do look
them, so
through
I
their
don't know.
if you do look through their inventories, you'll see every single one of them had merciful charms, so they could non-lethal you, regardless of how hard they were swinging.
What's
We
that?
can't check their inventory. I can't.
Yeah, I
open
can't.
anything.
Oh, well then I will put all of their things in a chest because this was actual loot.
I do like actual.
We'll just
loot.
assume they dropped some of it. I feel like anything that they would have been holding on to easily, we don't loot.
Okay.
I mean,
How's that sound, Tank?
Hey, like, speak for yourself.
I kind of get the idea, but you know, I'm just gonna hold off on it.
Okay. Do-do-do-do-do, let me just change things over and let me turn on that first song I had on the Roboid.
Iris sitting here like I gave them 3 turns to stop trying to do this. I feel like I deserve this. She said, sticking through her pockets.
I'm glad you got the hit off, but next time, at least give us a buff if you're going to abstain.
I was actually planning on casting Bless, but I thought it would have been fun, it would have been easier just to knock her out.
Eventually, he just
No.
As
And
they
Silver
are
comes through
pulled
again.
as Aricia and Lucian cut the bags off of their companions to make it easier to carry them away, you hear Luminia begin to stir again.
Arrest him! Oh.
Well, We'll get you back for this.
Catch it.
Alright, so let me just finish emptying out the pile here.
Them running off. Did anyone get their license plate number?
What's a license plate?
It's the
What?
thing that you put on the back of carriages to
I
identify
hope next time
who
we
you
see
are.
them, they're a little more willing to hear us out.
I'm not a fortune teller, but I'd put money on that not being the case. A couple of them seem rather bullish and unwilling to listen.
Alright, well,
Hold on, still moving things.
mhm.
I'm reading them just picking up Vacheron and Lumina, and they're running off, and just loot items fly out of them. Boop, 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 as they run off and leave a trail.
Goober loot. Let's see what we got.
Goober
Oh my
loot.
god!
Do we take these?
They cut their backs. They're
Goober
leaving it.
loot.
Uber
This-
loot.
They
I'm
cut
just
off Luminia's armor because it was too heavy for a weedy wizard man and a.
Oh,
Hey.
Kumi.
You know what, I'll gladly take the hand wraps.
Me eyeing up the gauntlet after what just happened.
I mean, end of the day, you could flavour this several ways of this is compensation from our employer when we get back. Yeah, it's stuff they left behind as they
Maybe
fled.
that's just Russian
like-
laws. When you beat someone up,
Jellyfish
their
land.
possessions- If they pick the fight
Well-
with you and you beat them up, self-defense includes looters' rights.
I mean, I feel like, I feel this might be a point Revica would make, but it's
If any of you have a legal lore, you could know about how dueling works in the territories of Rosherly.
I don't have legal law, but I feel like one of my laws, given that dueling tends to be a noble hobby of sorts.
Society or legal lore is both valid here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I do like Siaska lore? Not
it-
really.
See, yeah, the understanding of Siaska's religious canon would not help with the
Can I do?
the
Can I use
sisters.
spirit lore to ask? Can I use spirit lore to ask the spirit? Maybe
What are they
Bacon
gonna
knows?
tell you? 3 of them don't even come from here.
Can they
And
even
one
talk?
lived in the sewer.
Sarah, tell me your legal lore, and shrugs.
With a little bit of thought, Revica, you know that eliciting a duel like this, as it could be called a duel.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I have mussed up something here. Autoplay. As this could be called a duel, it is typically fair play if it's not to the death to drop your weapons and general protective gear if you have lost.
I was going to make the point of it would actually be dangerous for us to leave this stuff laying around anyway, because I mean the back streets of the city would be teeming with.
What if a child picked up this +1 silver? I'm not going to pronounce it because I know I'm going to
Fashard.
Fashard,
Fashard.
yeah.
Fashard, okay.
But it's not just that. It'd be like, what if some malcontent is like, oh yeah, someone just left
attack a single creature with their area fire is pretty good, I think. On top of Punitive Strike being one of the best stop what you're doing, you're staying with me abilities in the game. Having a reaction to disrupt movement from level 1 is very cool, I think. Especially because it can't interrupt anything but movement, really.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to stash this silver for shard, given it's a silver weapon?
You can sell what you don't want.
Oh wait, it's 48 gold. Okay.
It's money.
Okay, that's weird. I was really thrown off. I thought it was worth less because it's going silver than gold.
That's
On the
loads
value.
of money.
Okay. Yeah.
Undefined gives staff to undefined. Does that mean you're putting things in your token or on your character sheet?
I was putting this in the sell chest.
Ew. Are you not getting money from that?
No.
Oh, that's a problem.
Or uh-oh.
Does it have to be from character to the sell chest for that to work?
It looks like it.
Hmm.
Alright, I'll put the 22.2 GP in the party inventory, not that big a deal.
Yeah, I was trying. We were trying it out this, I believe, Saturday as well. It wasn't possible to sell to the merchant boxes anymore from the party inventory.
Part inventory. Yeah, so put stuff in your inventory and then sell it. Is how we're going to do that and see if that works.
I think I'm just going to test this.
Yep, so it's not... Yeah, it's the loot chest that you don't actually have ownership over.
Yeah,
Causing
but
a
you can do
problem.
you can do it from the party shared inventory.
Yep. Hey, is that a moderate Drakeheart mutagen?
Mm. How long do moderates last for again? 10 minutes.
Depends on the mutagen.
Yeah, they go like 1, 10, and then an hour. The moderate should last 10 minutes.
Hmm. Drakeheart mutagen probably feels like it'd be useful on someone who has mobility issues more than anything.
Dragon Mutant,
Yeah,
it's surprisingly good just for the activation. Let's see. I assume this is where we would actually resolve the pre-purchasing we were doing?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I will split that 91 GP to you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let me actually put my stuff. Now I am encumbered from the gauntlets. Now I gotta figure that stuff out.
Should your... Oh wait, no, you got a bow gauntlet, not a regular gauntlet.
Yeah, it's a bulk. It's a full one bulk.
Did you
Money,
just
money,
split the
money.
money in the party inventory?
Yes, I did. Oh, wait. Yeah, the fucking... Whoops.
Yeah.
Because only some people put money in there, so that means like
Yeah.
people have like given money and it's been like split back out again.
Whoops.
Oops.
Well, we can worry about that later. How much is a cart again?
25 gold.
25 gold, and that was 44 gold.
Does anyone have more than a bulk of free space on their character?
I'm at exactly 8 bulk.
I'm at
Which is
2
my
bulk,
encumbrance on
8 light, so...
I've got a 10
how
foot
Fumi has...
pole. I've got a 10-foot
Yeah,
pole that is
Fumi
really
has
just for
3.
exploration.
Yeah, Fumi's got plenty of bulk limits, actually.
Yeah, you want to?
Oh, actually, I don't.
Nova.
I think Nova's still on the toilet.
Yeah, he's muted right now. I'll wait to give it to him. But yeah, like Kashumi's not gonna have that out. It's not a for comment thing anyway, so Fumi having it as a stick to poke things would work fine.
Also, can my Sacred Beast summon the tolls that we recruited?
No, because those tolls can be used on encounter maps.
Damn. We need
You-
more tolls.
Yeah, your Sacred Beasts are either generic tolls or like albatrosses would be fitting for Alicia.
5 GP tank.
Got it. Into the party stash, yeah?
Mhm.
I'll toss over 5 gold, since obviously I don't need the tent part. There's 5 gold.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to put the money back in again for that.
Canyon's full of conditions
Oh yeah, it's because I'm encumbered right now. Also, shouldn't have the sprint
on that, but
anymore.
also hand crossbow, sling, gauntlet
Some
bow.
of these effects should not be on me anymore. I think you forgot to pass time earlier.
Well, I'm going to be passing time shortly.
Yeah.
And as soon as Fumi returns.
It's me, the Mongoloid.
Oh, there we are. Alright. And you get to manage to slump your way back to the sorting board.
Slump. I'm feeling great.
Glomp.
Yeah, Seika feels great.
Fumi's
Ravika's a bit beat up.
Honkashumi. Fuck you.
It took you long enough.
There was no point where I ever saw her name before this.
We never saw the full name.
Yeah.
We'd only see it in the
Now it's,
sidebars.
Mimi.
Yeah, it's Honkashumi.
I'm gonna kill you.
Honkashu.
Okashumi me.
That's a setting in next to Bora, by the way, kids.
Oh well.
The other
The next day, you awake to another job waiting for you. Somewhat. As
Oh boy, jobs.
you meet, well, at your usual table in the sorting board, there's an additional person there waiting for you. A blue dress, blonde curly hair, and two pairs of wings hanging off of her. And she is sipping a cup of tea as she kind of scans the back of the tavern where you would emerge from until she sees you and her eyes light up. And she starts waving energetically at you.
What's that noise in the background?
It's like someone's rustling something. It's really distracting.
Was that a snack bag, Cats?
No, that's me fiddling with my notes, actually.
Ah, I see.
I apologize.
That's what I could hear.
He's snacking.
Yeah, that happens
He's
sometimes. Yeah, you
snacking.
just refresh and you're good. I used to get that.
Yeah, I know. It's just really funny. Like the bright.
the sun. Yes.
While they're refreshing cats, who is meeting us? Like a appearance?
You
and-
don't know who they are,
No,
but
no, no.
it is
The description I'm taking note.
a blue dress, long blonde curly hair, and ringlets, with a pair of wings off of her back and another pair of wings coming off of her head.
Wow.
It's very fancy clothes that she's wearing, deep navy blue. And a little halo hovering over her head, which a tiny little top hat sitting on top of her head is.
Wait, is there Halo? Is that Top Hat sitting on the Halo?
No, it's the halo is the top hat is like perfectly in the center of the halo.
Good.
Very good.
I forgot to actually give her an actor, so let's do that real quick.
What did no one?
Nobody will ever know.
Man, Fumi really doesn't need a lot of items.
Yeah, that's why I figured you'd actually a good user of this in this pure exploration item.
Umi's the art is bag of holding.
I'm trying to think of anything to do with my money, and it's like,
Explosives.
Money.
See, that's why in like that situation where you're playing a class pretty much devoid of item needs, I'd get trick magic item or get a caster dedication and just be like, here's all my money and scrolls.
Yeah.
he does have a caster dedication.
Clearly, what Fumi needs is to get by a bunch of landmines, to place them down, like drop them on the ground as a free action, summon a Eldamon, they pick the mine up.
All right. Do you approach your seats
Of
in the
course.
sorting board? All right. If anybody else wants to change the music, by the way, they are more than welcome to.
Make sure my weapons are sheathed. Yeah, good.
As you are met at your table by this woman.
Wow.
Yes.
Whoa, fluffy.
Oh, she's cute.
Gale wins. I'm so glad to have finally met you, she says as she sips some tea.
Hello.
Hmm.
It's good to meet you.
Hello, who are you?
Seika looks at her and goes, our employer, I believe.
Oh, you're clever, she says, as she sets the teacup down and puts her hands on her knees from her seat. Louise Redis-Pierre, it's a pleasure to meet you all.
It's nice to meet you too. Sip.
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 I do apologize, I haven't been able to get in contact with you directly. It's been very busy with the Bloom Festival and everything. You've been doing great work. However, and I do apologize for this, but I do have another task for you before the Bloom Festival itself.
Anything to make it as perfect as possible.
As she smiles and nods a little bit.
Of course,
Yeah.
man.
Seika takes a seat at the table, looks at anyone who's still standing and says, don't be awkward. And places the hydrotechnics orb.
Oh, yes, that should be returned as soon as possible, and I'll have the VV and CC handle that. But first, this job will be a little bit of import, and she raises her hands up and claps gently, and the twins start emerging from elsewhere behind the bar of the tavern, carrying a large coffer. I hope you understand. This is simply advance payment, but I believe it will be of major import that this job get handled as quickly as possible. I'm going to put the advance pay down.
Oh boy. Ooh. What's a cantrip deck?
It is a card pack full of one of each of the listed cantrips, and you can pull that cantrip to cast it using your spellcasting ability.
Oh, that's
Or no,
neat.
actually, it's got a listed spellcasting ability.
Yeah, cantrip decks, a full pack comes with 1 per cantrip. And you can use them even if you're not a spellcaster, I believe. They updated that so you don't need to trick magic out of the cantrips from a cantrip deck.
Yep.
Yep.
She clears her throat as you scan through the items. The Duchess wanted us to hire a fortune teller from afar, and while said fortune teller accepted the job, she said that she would need to take a small pit stop in the Marai Lee, the swamp outside of town. She has gone missing. And it has been well over a week now. Normally I would have put this farther up on the to-do list. However, this morning, while I was preparing myself for the day, the fortune teller's familiar came to visit me. And Hanyon, you feel a brush against your leg as a strange little green cat
Oh,
meets you on the floor.
Little dude.
hello.
Well, off-white to green.
It's a little
Oh,
creature.
he's cute.
Looks more blue to me.
It hops up on the table and yawns. Yes, it says out loud in a kind of raspy voice.
Oh, it's a kitsune.
And immediately I go, ah!
My, ally, for lack of a better term, decided to find a ruin in the swamp and has decided to make herself more comfortable there, and seems to have lost track of time. Considering it's been a week, I think maybe somebody else pulling her out might be of more import than me sitting there and getting my paws muddy.
We can handle it.
I hope so.
I'd be happy to assist the spirit.
Please, I'm a Starbuncle. My name is Vega.
Starbunkle.
Starbunkle.
Hello, Vega. I don't. You said it was in the swamp. What, should we expect anything?
Louise clears her throat once more. There's been word of the wildlife getting a little more rowdy out there. And also, not to mention, you'll be heading into the city's Big Red Friends territory, so you might need to expect some kith, if it, possibly. And you see her eyes kind of dart to the side of the room.
Possible.
Possibly.
Remind me of the character. What's a kith?
Cool.
Kith are, if you'd like to roll any magical tradition.
Sure, I can do that. Let's see here.
Nature would work.
Magical little guys.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to find my funny button. Here it is. There you go. I'm gonna use nature.
Out of character, they're a little like kobolds, but yeah, cats.
Kith are a sort of biological magical construct that were originally created by dragons. They are little reptilian dudes that take visual appearance off of their creators. Their capacity for free will and open thought are determined at their creation. They're typically physical arbiters, minions, and other such things. To typically dragons, although the ritual has in recent years gotten out, so a lot of other powerful magical beings can make them too. They tend to be small, squat, and usually very dumb.
Okay.
Imagine what the typical fantasy setting would call a kobold, and then apply some homunculus traits to it.
Make it
Okay.
make it a little fatter.
How are dragons typically considered in this world? Are they magnificent beasts that people respect, or what?
Yes. So, as most of you are travelers, Louise explains, you might not know this, but Roshali is well known for its connections with a Sir Olmoigior, the Brush Flame Shadow. That's his full name. She adds in. Olmoigior is a protector of the city, and he has a considerable force of kith that wandered the forest and swamp to make sure that people don't get into trouble. They also collect taxes for Olmoigior from occasion, so you might see them meandering around town from time to time.
Could I roll a lore, see if I'll remember anything of it?
Sure.
Am I required to pay taxes? I don't live here.
Currently, because you are under my employ, you do not. Because you are technically all mercenary workers.
Can you write out the name? Since it's a bit of a mouthful.
Okay. That is his full name, by the way. Dragons tend to have long names.
Yeah. They get all their epithets. All dragons are exemplars.
You
The
wish.
longer a dragon's name is, the more the older it is.
If any of you would like to also roll for Dragon Recall Knowledge, I can give you an example of one of the most famous dragons in the world.
Sure.
Alright. Iris. As a Volth native, you know of the dragon who used to live in the Pearl Hand until about 30 years ago. By the name of Uzemezdaya, I Who Bears Mountains, who was notably roughly 3,000 years old, and named as such because his age wound up petrifying his wings.
Jesus.
Huh.
Great and bad.
He disappeared one day along with the palm of the Pearl Hand without a trace.
That's a little
What?
concerning.
Wait, how much of the poem? All of it?
All of it.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
The
Volth
island
is
of
just the
fingers.
fingers of the Pearl Hand as of right now.
Shit is gone. It's an Evangelion crater.
Very cool.
Zoop.
Olmoigior, not Olmoigior. Uzemezdaya was known for being over 600 feet long, nose to tail tip. He was large.
He was
Yes.
a big man.
Just like that, Tank.
Hey, I got it.
Except without the hyphen. The name just has a space in it.
Oh, okay.
First and
It
last
sounded
name.
like it would have a hyphen.
Oh, no.
Zdaya
like
is
a
his
hyphen
last
there.
name.
Uzemezdaya, I Who Bears Mountains, is his first name. He has many other epithets, but that's the one he goes by.
I see.
Ah,
Well, went by.
Yeah.
So-
Olmoigior, however, the Crimson Brush Shadow, is a younger dragon, and that appears to be his only name. Roughly 100 and so years old. He was here for the founding of the city. And has had a relatively positive connection with the Duchess of Roshali. as a whole.
Well, that's good.
I recommend everyone takes one potion of escape each. I took one, and Sega's taken one.
Yep.
It's an,
Wait,
it's
does
an
the,
emergency button.
But does the Duchess live inside the big building in the middle of Frosterly? How's that work?
That is actually a large tower that connects itself to the waterways.
Yeah, that was where they put the orb, isn't it?
I
There's
thought it
a
was like
fountain outside
Yeah,
that.
the fountain was
Yeah,
where
that's
the
what I
orb-
figured.
Because I know
Yep.
we went to that area last session.
That large tower actually connects to the floodgates on either exit of the city. And that is used to control the water flow through the city itself.
Ooh.
I will get to that at some point, Zen. We actually have a BRB screen that's going to cycle through various ancestry sheets at one
Yeah.
point or another.
It is something that's in the process of being worked on.
Yep.
I had a funny thought the other day of we need a technical problems be right back screen. It's just
Yeah,
Tolls
sorry. let me
fumbling
fix
with something.
What do you mean? I've got one right here.
I actually now have 2 escape sips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
but
of
we
the
need like
things
we need
I suggested
we need the
cats
technical problems one.
Was like essentially like a loading screen of each. Each loading screen is like a bio sheet of one of the races.
Yeah. I'd throw them up on the stream right now, but I have no way of really doing that with Tank being the cameraman.
I mean, you can just link them,
Fair.
or if you post like a direct link to the image, I can put it up on the screen as a different tab. But
Fair.
just
But
linking
we
it.
will do that later.
Yes.
So, Louise says, clearing your throat once more, and the head wings kind of ruffle a bit. Because,
you can trust me, boss. We'll see the job done.
yes, Mr. Vega will be sending you out. However, he wants a catnap. So, you will have one day to prepare before you head out.
Of course.
Your pay for this is going to be coming out of the fortune teller's investments, as well as the remaining pay before the Bloom Festival all at once.
All right.
A total wealth of about 730 gald. Worth of various baubles and valuables, of course. I assume that's to your liking.
Of course.
Excellent.
Nodding.
It's what we've been
Nod, nod.
contracted for.
And
Happy to
after that,
assist.
well, I don't think there will be any pressing matters until the Bloom Festival itself begins. However, you do have a week after tomorrow. So make sure you rest up and are on your best ability. She gives you a bit of a laugh.
We won't disappoint.
We will do the job.
So this is still the same day, right?
It'll be nice to stretch my legs for a bit.
This is the next day after you fought. Well, after the sewer quest.
Well, I figured this was the evening after Super Quest, because this was when we got back, wasn't it? Did I miss?
And
No,
no,
that's
you guys got to sleep.
Okay,
We got to
I
sleep.
missed the resting part then.
By the way, Iris is gonna go off on her own for a little bit. I'm gonna subtract 1 gold. Iris is going back down to the sewer, and she's bringing the kids a sack of apples and chocolate.
Tolls can't eat chocolate.
She's not giving it to the Tolls. The Tolls can eat the apples.
Tolls get the apples, yeah.
Oh, okay. Tolls can't eat
That's a good
apples.
question. How much apples
give
do
them-
you-
What can
okay, just-
Tolls eat?
Buy them grape juice.
Cabbage.
Iris will also buy grape juice.
They
Um,
like grape juice. This is a
Actually-
confirmed
Grape juice.
Toll
As
fact.
you all do your shopping in preparation for the next day's activities, you are stopped by the Cream Lake gang, not too far out from the outside of the sorting board.
Oh my god.
Hello. I trust
Hi.
you're well.
Yes, actually.
how the Tolls aren't bothering you in the sewer, are they?
No, they're fine. She said, Veda says, kind of looking off towards her feet.
I suppose I don't need to roll a sense motive to know that she's not telling the whole truth there.
They're very slimy.
So slimy.
But with a little bit of effort, I got them and the rest of the gang to help gather up various valuables in the sewer. And I suppose, if you'd be willing, we could make some deals about some of the things we found.
Oh, what did you find?
And Veda whistles, and the Cream Lake gang rolls out a wadded carpet full of various things.
New
Honey,
shop.
Honey, it's time to embrace destiny and jewel wield.
They found an air
The
repeater.
frying pan!
Oh god, we get the frying
Ultimate
pan.
weapon.
It's not. It's not the frying pan, but
It's just a frying pan. It's not the adamantine frying pan, the ultimate weapon of
It's a
Rocket League.
pillow shield.
but where are Shazale rounds? Is that for metal?
It's
Silver
for
sounds
rounds
like
for a Chisale.
because of its bullets. There's
Ah.
not
Yeah.
for needle darts.
Ooh, a spacious pouch. I wish we had the money for that. Anian really needs it. He's going to start dying of soon.
See, that's the funny thing is I can't really make good use of a spacious pouch because the items in there aren't accessible.
I'm taking a look at all the things we got here.
Honey actually needs sleeves of storing.
What is-
Hannian could never wear sleeves. That's the problem.
Wait,
Can
He
we
has
take a
to
bet-
flex.
Can we take a closer look at these rings?
Sure, if you'd like.
Face foibles?
I would like to.
Veda's right next to the party.
I
She
would
was
like to
covered by
start.
fucking, opened up
uh,
items.
I would like to start identifying the rings.
Okay.
My question is, how did this child get alcohol?
I like it was in the underground.
They sell wine to everybody.
Wait, is Recall of Knowledge crafting now? Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Some of them are.
in ye olde times.
Oh,
Children in ye
sorry.
olde times, children would drink wine because it was safer than drinking water. In fact,
I mean, yeah,
that's
it makes
what
sense.
that's what most people
isn't
did.
that a popular myth that beer was
No.
cleaner than water? Because
No,
I know
no,
it's a
no,
thing
no,
people
it-
say, but I thought I heard that was made up.
I mean,
No,
it
no,
is
it was-
cleaner. Most bacterias don't handle alcohol very well.
So that first ring, you don't know what it is, Iris.
Okay.
I'm going to go down the line as you do your checks.
Okay, and I identify the next one.
I can use nature for these.
All right. Hannian identifies the second ring.
He knows something.
I have
It's a ring
knowledge.
of sigils.
It's a ring of sigils.
Here comes the third one.
There you go. There's an item for.
Holy dice, air.
Am I rolling ones
Rose
over and over
cooking,
again?
it's a
Yeah,
doubling
you have
ring.
rolled 3 natural ones in a row.
Oh, I'm getting him out of the way.
All right. Here's that ring.
It is worth noting, if you're rolling an ARP, a standard doubling ring has no effect.
Yes, and
Yeah, sure, that's fair. She'd probably still sell them.
Also, the roll I just made was for the first ring.
Ah, there it is, the Ring of the Ram!
so
This is the best item in the game. It's a fucking gun.
all right.
Just
Iris
point
actually
it
gets
and
the
go,
last
"Pew!"
ring.
Observation. What we got here?
Observing.
Cats have rolled for the first ring as well.
Oh,
The
okay.
one that
You got it.
Trader's ring. Oh man, I've used these in campaigns and gotten a lot of mileage out of Trader's rings.
Traitor.
That's very funny.
Member of a secret society.
Oh, I should embrace destiny and get the Cloak of Feline Rust.
I'm tempted to get the Battle Medic's Baton, but I don't think I should yet. I should wait until I get that Staff of Healing. Also, I don't know if I have the money, actually. Hold on.
Speaking of money, so everyone... One sec.
Hanyan and Seika are very much ahead of the rest of the party as far as money goes, by the way.
That's
Tank.
surprising because I was spending a lot of mine. Yeah.
Tank, take 5 gold out of the party money. So take the gold you put back for the
Sure.
thing back.
I'll take 5.
And Cats, then if you could distribute the 50 that's in the party stash.
Okay.
Okay, now because there's been confusion about this, everyone needs to put in 5 gold for the wagon we're buying.
I already did
done
that.
I'm gonna
Yes,
just
but
deduct 5 gold.
Cats was unfortunately accidentally hit distribute on that gold, so what money people had partially put in got redistributed.
Oh,
Dang it.
okay, hold on.
Yeah, so
So-
in fact, yeah, rather than putting it into the party inventory, just remove 5 gold from your inventory.
Can do.
Battle Medic's Baton is a funny item that definitely worth considering for Iris. It's a funny stick that lets you lower the cooldown of battle medicine.
I feel the overwhelming urge to teach Veda how to tie her shoes.
That's what I call a downtime activity.
Whoa.
I feel like Veda would cry trying to tie her shoes.
Same, honestly.
She's got very long laces.
I didn't learn how to tie my shoes until I was like 19. Well, I just couldn't tie knots until then.
Alright, I've listed a carriage underneath your ally folder.
And
Nice.
we can just get two riding drakes or whatever suitable pack animal to
Yeah, like you'd rent
pull it.
one of those cheap ones.
Yeah, we wouldn't need to buy animals until
I
much
think
later.
rent a mule is like 1 silver per day.
I don't know if mules exist.
It's
Yeah, the mule
it's
is
less
level
than
up.
that.
Alright.
So a riding horse equivalent is 1 silver a day. A pack animal is 2 copper a day.
But let's send you off to Mirai Lee as you follow Cat. Once you guys are sure you're ready for this adventure.
Mhm. Okay, real quick, Kat.
That's me.
We're doing like +1 in striking runes and stuff still, right?
Yeah, automatic rune progression. You get your runes for free.
Hmm.
However, you do need like hand wraps to be able to get your +1s and stuff.
Yeah.
You're on arms.
Yeah, it's why
Um,
I bought it to grab a hand wraps there. So if
Yeah.
you need it more than me, you can obviously take the hand wraps we looted.
So question to you, Tank.
Yes.
Do you think you'd use that silver for shard?
It's a two-handed weapon, so it's not great for me. Like I can use it if we need it, but I can only do like with the spear earlier. I can only do generic strikes
Right.
with it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say we sell it then.
Now the cunning silver falcata is definitely something to keep my eye on,
Mm.
but I can't afford that right now. I know Cat's put that there purely to tempt. He's a villain.
1 second.
There's also an air repeater here if you want a gun, Air.
I'm so tempted, but I'm not trained.
You are. It's a simple weapon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Air repeaters
It's a
like
simple
short-range meme guns. They go beep beep beep. 8 for 1d4 damage.
It's literally an airsoft gun.
Do I need ammo for it? How does this work?
Yeah.
And it comes with. Yeah, you'd have to buy magazines from Veda, but they're not
You
too
use these
terribly
to cost
expensive.
6 silver for 6 shots.
Screw it. We're going to buy a gun as a meme.
Yeah. Back on my first PF2 character, Danica, my end game weapon was a Orichalcum air repeater.
So silly.
He's not kidding.
Yeah, I had 4 energy runes on it.
I'm gonna see if this wants to work. So shove these in.
So would it be I had an idea.
Iris has a gun
Maybe
now?
I was thinking maybe I don't think we have access to one right now, but like maybe I could get some scrolls of like benediction or something. I start the fight by casting it and then summoning my guy, and then he won't get a turn immediately, but the aura will be sitting there for the rest of the fight.
Right.
I don't think anybody sells benediction yet. Yeah, because it's not in Foundry yet,
Yeah.
Nova.
Like,
Yeah,
you could probably
no,
buy
I'm just more or less talking my plans out.
You could buy like essentially blank scrolls to be turned into benediction once it's released, if Caps allowed it.
Fair. Sure, we'll allow that. You can probably get blank scrolls from Elion. So let's add rank 1 spell scrolls to her. How many are you buying?
Let's see. Blank scrolls. How much do those cost?
4 GP a pop. I gave Ellie Leon 10 of them.
Then I will buy 10 of them. And I do not have much I can do with gold. So I will lose 40 gold and buy 10 of these things.
Circa. Well, we need to rent 2 pack animals, so do you want to put those down and then deduct the.
Because I think
The weeks,
shoving
the-
an
the weeks
aura
worth of
up
gold.
is probably one of the better uses of me sitting
Oh.
around as a unbeatable blob.
So you are. So you're buying two pack animals for a whole week, correct?
Yeah, renting. Yeah, renting. Since
Yep. So
that's our time limit.
yeah, 7 silver. That's not even a gold. So, well, 14 silver. So yeah, gold and a half.
I mean, that's if we were to get. Well, so sorry. I'll just post this. It's the actual like rental table.
Okay, let's see here. Boobadoo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh yeah, it's so if you're getting 2 of them, it's 14 silver pieces, so like just shy of a gold and a half. As long as you return the land drakes, which are typically 2-legged, large riding reptilians with long feathery tails. Then they won't charge you more than the 14 silver. You've been doing plenty of
Right.
good work around town.
So there's also a couple of chests in the party inventory. Basically we'd load our excess stuff into those, slap it on the wagon.
Yep.
Or on the riding drakes themselves, because we could obviously separate them from the wagon if we need to.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, one party. So you've got the hand case and the 2 chests. Load them up to as heavy as you can make them, I guess. And that will
We
be
can't
your...
we can't put stuff into containers inside the party inventory. It gives an error.
Are we not? Are we observers or owners of the party's sheet? Is the question here.
Yeah,
I
let's
believe
see.
if we are only observers, we cannot edit or.
Oh, that'll work. Owners.
But how do I set the ammunition to be my to be set to the gun?
In
I'm
your
trying to
list of
figure it out, but I
strikes,
can't.
There's like a little tab under the weapon. Like here, you can see where it says bolts.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, I found it. We got it. Thank you very much. All right, now I should be able to hit the reload button. Though I think it's already reloaded, so. Also, I didn't know that my Elemental Blast had the Vitality trait. That's something I never noticed. I slap you with bludgeoning and healing.
Heal bludgeoning.
Are you going to grab the Staff of Air on Iris?
A staff of air? I'm gonna do a staff of healing on her.
Do you have the Staff of Healing now?
No.
Then just grab the Staff of Air for now because, you know.
Okay.
Well,
Is it useful for me? I
don't think
didn't
you're
take a
able
look
to
at it because
cast any of the spells on it.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
wait,
what
yeah,
I
but
figured.
she's-
You can cast
I
Air
was
Bubble.
clear.
Actually. You can actually use it. Air Bubble is a divine spell. You are able to use the Staff of Air, but only for one of its 2 rank 1 spells. Which still means
That's
that
very
you
funny.
get 2 casts of Air Bubble if you're holding it, which is good.
Here's so the alternative is I could hold on to it because I still usually hold a staff in one hand already. Because we're gonna go to a swamp and it has a once per turn.
Yeah.
You
But-
can step into difficult terrain.
Though,
But I can't use any of the
that's
spell
true, that's
components of
possible, but you need the basic
I think
spell
I'd
things
prefer-
to activate it, but that's not something.
I think I prefer if you held on to it. If you need air bubble for whatever reason, I can hold it for a second and cast it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Seika also doesn't have reactions anyway, so both of you can benefit from having that reaction.
You know, unless I need to attune to it for 24 hours, which I assume is not the case.
I believe it's a thing you do on daily preparations. At the start of the day is when you set a staff.
Okay.
You essentially charge of a magic in the morning.
All right.
If someone really wants to buy something they can't afford, I can lend them money. But otherwise, I don't think there's anything else for me to buy right now. I did my purchasing at the start of the day.
To be honest, I'd have personally held off my purchasing if I knew we'd get access to an actual magic item shop. So, you know what? Yeah, I have torches. I'm going to walk back a purchase that I made earlier. Just trying to remember which store I bought this one. Cats, can you remember which store had the Everlight crystal in it originally?
I haven't ever let this
Mr. DM?
Which store had the Everlight crystal?
Yes.
Veda has it.
Which store had it that? Because I
Uh,
bought one early when I was doing like the pre-session prep, and I
I think we-
decided.
I think we
I've
have one
not
from
actually
Ravis Pierre.
If anybody would have it, it's probably Ilmith. No, he didn't have one.
Veda has
Somebody
an
had-
Everlight crystal.
Beta has one, but there was one shop that had it beforehand.
I don't think anybody has one. I'm still looking here.
One of us bought it. That's how we had it.
Yeah,
I think Canyon brought
I
it.
think we found one.
I swear I remember seeing
From
one in the shop
gangsters
though.
In the first
Oh.
fight. That's where I think the crystal came from.
Like I
Yeah,
was
no.
going to comment on it, but I didn't end up commenting on it. But I was gonna say, oh, Veda has a Everlight crystal too. I thought it was being sold somewhere else. But like I remembered that. I just didn't say it.
Yeah, the only shop that has an Everlight crystal is Veda.
Anyway, I'm fairly sure it was Raffles PS Supply I bought it with
Oh.
because it was the last one. So
Yeah, you know what? They
I-
brought-
I've,
yeah,
so
they've
I've
got
just-
one.
I've refunded my gold effectively and shoved it back into the shop inventory.
Okay.
Some-
There's also the jellyfish lamp, which should work.
The funny jellyfish.
I like the jellyfish lamp.
But let's send you guys off to Mariah Lee once you guys are prepared.
Yes. I.
Doing all my shopping, and Iris leans down to Veda and asks, "Did you enjoy your chocolate?"
As she kind of looks. Sure. She nods. I suppose I did.
Good.
You aren't very good at taking care of children, are you?
My dad always told me that I need to spoil children so they have they have nice childhoods.
I'm homeless. She says rather
Aw.
matter-of-factly.
Oh yes, that's why I
Wow.
gave you chocolate. I can't give you a home. I don't have the money for that.
I got thrown out after one too many incidents. I am also homeless. Well, until I
What
got
do you
employed.
mean incident?
Technically, I am could be considered. She like puts her fingers up, homeless.
Is Iris the only one who has a home? But I guess
Revika
has a
lives here.
home. She could be living on the streets. I don't know.
She lives
She
in the
has a
sewer.
house.
She lives in the sewer creature,
No.
swamp dweller.
Speaking of swamp dwellers, are you guys done shopping?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I am still swamp delling. Don't stop me.
Seka goes up to Vet and looks along and...
I'm gonna grab the bracelet of dashing. Honestly.
Oh, I was just about to buy that.
Oh.
Defeated.
I was like, I need the speed bonus. I'm so slow.
So that's like a belt of dashing for you, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a
Well,
can
no,
of
actually,
dashing.
no, I actually have nothing to buy.
Okay. Let me make sure that I've got you guys on the scene as you head out after the cat thing.
Lead the way, Sir Vega.
Let's go, Starbuncle. Very cool name.
Which of us gets to drive the car? It's nature to hunt to pilot, by the way, if you don't have driving law.
I have pretty good nature, but I think Iris is the best one.
Umi has a +10 to nature.
So I'm an 8.
I have a +11, I think, maybe +12.
I ultimately elect, rather than taking the nature expert, I'm taking diplomacy expert.
It takes most of the day for you to make it to Mariley.
Oh, so I have the survival book from Mariah Lee, in case we need it.
Let me change the lighting. As you arrive in the dingy, dark forests of Mariah Lee. The ground slurps at your feet as I activate the scene. Somebody give me some swamp music.
Oh, the swamp music. Swamp core.
It is so dark here.
Give me the swamp bongos.
Let me go get my gloop.
Go find Dark Souls swamp music.
Dark Souls has music.
Sometimes.
Swamp
Sometimes.
music, huh?
This is a big ass swamp map.
I've given you control over the thingamabob tank.
Yes. Did someone else recommend the swamp though?
Does anybody have swamp music?
I technically have something.
I have something, but it wouldn't be fitting.
No, I have something. I'll need control though.
Of course. 1 second.
Swamp music, Leonard Skinner.
Here you go, my friend.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Don't forget to take up your Iris stickers.
Very true.
That makes me
That's
sad. I
fine.
want the Iris sticker.
You'll get a new one soon. Don't worry.
Did that work?
Yes.
Okay.
Iris
hit
gives you
enter.
1 gold star.
I clicked it. Taking a bit.
It's
I know, I see
asking.
what's happening. 1 second.
It's asking Tink to sign in.
Means to do this, and then you go back.
How long was our journey here, by the way?
It was most of the day. Like, it is now evening.
Hmm.
Which one was it, Nova?
I'm just gonna put it in Jubberden, and then you can put it
Yeah,
in.
sure. Ooh,
It's
boggy
just, it's
swamp.
very, this is like quiet, calm swamp music.
Iris breathes in deeply. The city air was getting to me. I'm glad we're back in the nature.
Revica's sniffling a bit. It's like, I don't know how you could think this is better. This is killing my allergies.
It is a sticky, stinky swamp ahead of you.
It takes less pollen to get Revica all stuffed up.
Circa dobs a bunch of perfume into a mask and wears it.
Let's see if
yes,
I can remember anything specifically about this swamp
Yes.
foresty thing.
The acid flask for the acid swamp.
I specifically have a book for this, but I don't know if that helps for like remembering anything about the location itself.
Riley is a sprawling, swampy area, filling up the bowl-like geography around Rosherlee. It is an estuary swamp, almost similar to that of like Florida IRL,
My home.
with mangroves and large trees. However, it is known for very cold winters, almost temperate to a degree. Large rocks, and it's also very well known for its lording dragon, Omoy Gior.
It's dark here, but I can
and-
see some things in the distance.
The swamp itself the swamp itself is several hundred acres in area. So pinpointing exact things around here is a bit difficult. It is surrounded on all sides by either the ocean or a large bowl-shaped cliff structure, as if the entirety of the Marai Lee is a reverse plateau.
It's just a big swamp bowl.
Yeah, basically.
Big swamp bowl.
Do I like, when I...
Nova, you are very far away.
Fuck.
There you
You're back.
go.
Oh,
Oh, no. Okay, welcome back.
Yeah, when I, does this place feel, like, spiritually attuned? Like, do I feel anything?
You can feel
I'm not
something.
I'm not looking for specific, like, spirits to collect or anything, but, like, what's the vibe?
You can feel various things rushing through the air. You can almost perceive spiritual energy in the very wind itself.
Okay.
The water thrums with life. The trees seem to move opposite the wind. This place is dense with primal energy.
strange. The air here barely moves.
It's very
It
stagnant.
borders on suffocating.
Yeah, Circa reaches down and takes a handful of the damp soil of the swamp and lets it run through her
Iris,
fingers.
do either of you need any torches?
I can see in the dark.
I'm just gonna stay close.
Understood.
I'm gonna stay close to you anyways because I'm a little scared, but you know.
see in the dark?
the
Let me know.
What just
if
happened to
it's
me?
outside of my sight. Oh,
Nothing. You're still there.
nothing.
I think you was into a rock.
The green dirt is difficult terrain, by the way, as is the water.
That makes sense. Basically, when it's not rock, it's difficult terrain.
I love the sludge.
Yeah, I think I can hear something.
Does this rock look
Rustling
particularly scalable?
It's almost like a big finger dipping into the earth.
It's probably
So, not
pretty
really.
slick. Oh, it's just a toll.
Toll looks at you and begins to skitter off.
Oh god, Toll!
Bye bye.
Swamp toll. Swamp toll.
Perhaps we cut through these. This she like points at this crevasse here.
So nowhere to.
Give us some. Oh, that's another one.
How do you angle the light of a land? I'd have
You
to actually
just
be able to
rotate
put
your
the wrong
token.
land.
How does
Yeah.
this toll react to the light?
This toll is currently eating a bowl of porridge.
Where did he get that?
Good for you know what? Good for him.
You
He
don't
made the
want
bowl
question.
porridge.
You don't want answers to questions.
Look, he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. He can have a little porridge as a treat.
Yeah.
See, I wish I had not just learned that Tolls cannot eat apples because I do have apples.
Maybe we'll find like a horse out here, even though there are no horses in this setting.
There's a toll
There's a
loot
bag.
It'll be
pile?
like an unknown
We
creature.
shouldn't steal their things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch the Toll loot pile. That's the Tolls.
I realized when I was buying a lantern earlier, I bought the wrong one. I meant to buy a hooded one.
Because for the circle. Yeah, I believe the one that goes
Yeah.
in all directions goes half as long, but instead, it's all directions.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a bag here. But
So do Tolls stick around on 4 legs? I thought they stood on 2 legs.
Wait.
They can do both.
Oh no. They have apples.
It's just feed.
It's an apple though.
It's an icon, you goon.
Hey, it could be apples.
excellent. Some solid ground.
Suddenly another toll.
It's the same toll. He just skitters away out of the light.
I feel like
They're just
when
little
these
guys.
tolls walk, it sounds like when there's water in your shoes. You know.
It sounds like Squidward's footsteps
Yeah.
when they skitter. When they like
SpongeBob.
run, it becomes like Mr. Krabs, like legs. Like
Let's keep our distance from the
thing.
wildlife to avoid any unnecessary trouble.
Revica, as you pass through that, as you pass underneath that tree line, you feel a branch creak underneath your feet.
Oh,
I thought I was being sneaky.
Spaghetti-O! They were.
You would be
sneakier.
sneaky if you didn't feel a gaze upon you as you sat down on an arboreal's foot.
No, not an arboreal.
He's very
okay, so swamp combat.
Swombat.
swamp.
We have a choice here. I have one with a lot more electronic elements,
Nah, we need
or
the
I have
group.
one with a
We
lot
need-
more,
We need banjo.
a lot more guitar, a lot more wild feeling.
I feel like against a tree, we want something more wild feeling. But like
Okay.
the first one would work when we face something less, natural.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw in Jobber down. This is my suggestion.
Alright.
I'm trying to think of the game that has the combat banjo as a part of its main music, but I can't remember.
Yeah, put that on, Tank.
Yes.
It's still like looking in the chat.
Carrots.
We almost went to Japan.
He didn't loop, and it changed to the Amaterasu dungeon music.
Crazy. It's time for a certified tree moment.
Let's see.
It certainly is a
Funny
tree
button.
moment.
A trollment, if you will.
I forgot to put my scouting bonus on. Whoops. Oh well.
So,
A question. This is a little like ahead of time, but I just figured I'd ask because I just thought of cats. Once I pick up Twin Parry, can I use the defend action for exploration?
Sure, I don't see a problem with that.
I might not always use it, but you know, it will be good to have.
Yep.
We are fighting this dude.
Alright, we begin the encounter.
Immediately kills Ravika.
Yeah.
Everyone on the bus stood up and clapped.
Hooray! The broken class is dead.
it's what's going to be our everyone stood up and clapped moment in the campaign.
The Arboreal attempts to swing a branch at Revika.
That's Iris getting a
Oh.
girlfriend.
And then he swings another branch.
No. Yeah.
And you hear a creaking as it begins to stand up proper and swing a fist. Well, take
Oh.
a step towards Hanian.
No more branches, only fist. It's hand-to-hand combat with a tree.
However, as he gets up to move that way, something begins pouring out of the top of his, out of his branches.
Oh no. The bees.
As Revika, you are swarmed by other tiny creatures.
Holes.
Aw.
No!
What is
are those?
that?
Oh my
fucking
god!
Oh my
squirrels!
god.
I love the eye glow.
Man squirrels.
Oh my god, no.
I hate it here.
You fly up, you flutter by them, and they all pull out their AA guns. They're like squirrel-sized black.
Terrifying.
You look at John and they nod like.
Then they shoot acorns at you, dude. You're done.
Kill the hoe! Kill the hoe!
Let me target Revika and add her to the targeting. There you go. Give me that reflex save.
I'm gonna explode.
The man against branch makes me think of that post of the who would win the US
Oh, that's
Army
fine,
or,
that's
or
half.
a stick.
Classic.
Right. Do-do-do-do.
Yes, but I beat them with the stick.
And then it begins striding towards Hanian, the entire swarm.
Oh, the swarm is
I think-
starting. I'll make an attack. It's not one.
I feel like Revika would have like repressed memories about squirrels after they keep busting into a tiny fairy hut.
They kept trying to burrow or get in there for the winter.
Kept
It's a
trying to
terrible
hide,
time.
kept trying to hide acorns and that.
There we go. So this activates my weapon siphon. Next, I use reactive strike.
Do you know what Revika needs to get? You need to get a riding dog.
Riding dog.
Riding cat.
Meow meow meow.
Swing. Acid.
Okay. And that's the end of their turn. Revika, you are
Mia.
very clearly noticed.
Oh. This is what I got for. I'm gonna use a action to swap 2 hands to 2 hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a counter. There we go.
Oh.
I bought this for a reason. God damn it!
Bring out the fucking shotgun. Ravika, wait. No. Ah!
Where did you get that? Was that part of your character generation gear?
No, it was sold at one of the stores.
No.
Oh.
All right.
Joke's on me, I don't have specified ammo for it. Ha ha ha.
Speaking of, this is what Revica has.
If you would let me,
Yep. Go ahead.
I can generate the ammo with do crafting.
Yep.
I love this. I just kind of zoomed in, and it looks like Revica's just pointing a gun directly at it.
So I do that at...
Actually, very slightly rotate Revica. Have her point her gun a little bit southward.
You can do that after Revica's turn.
Sorry, I just have to generate 10 blunderbuss rounds real quick. I will have to load it, though. So I spend an action loading it. So 1 action swap, 1 action load. 1 shot, 1 kill. Strike. What do you mean it's not designated?
Did you load it?
There we
Never
go.
loaded your gun, you silly Billy.
Nice.
Immediately critical hits the squirrel. The swarm.
Is that a wild animal? Kill it!
Kill it!
Okay, so
Kill
that
it.
is scatter 10. So everyone except for Seika
Crunch.
takes the scatter damage. Including Revica.
You know what? It's fair. I'll take it.
If you press the plus button, you
How-
can take the 1 damage.
Flash.
Ow!
And that'll be my turn.
I just realized that
Iris,
turn.
Fumi.
using scatter damage to trigger healing modes is actually a pretty clever method of healing.
That would be a little silly, yeah.
It's very funny. I like the
Alright,
idea.
I'll do the scatter damage to Iris and Fumi.
Sure.
Yep. Da 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 da.
There we go. Done.
Okay, sorry. I was
Iris,
trying to
go.
think if I was stuck on it or not.
Taking a look, see what I got.
Bam, 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 bam.
Oh, I did actually cast Mystic Armor myself. That's just there. I got a little pop-up that told me, hey, you can make this infinite if you want to.
Infinite amounts of defense.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless, I think.
Yeah, the blessings.
Everyone get blessed.
Do you absolve
Yeah,
these, By the
boy!
way, Cats, did the gunshot trigger the splash weakness of this one?
I completely forgot about that. I didn't know if it was auto-calculated.
I don't think
It
even took
seems
damage
to
at all.
have.
Alright, good.
Oh, so well, let's test out my gun. I'm gonna shoot the scroll swarm as well.
That might not deal any damage, but do it anyway.
I want to do it anyways. It's
Exactly.
a
It
meme.
would be funny.
Do it anyway.
You
Teach
cannot
him a
perform
lesson.
this action. What? I have the magazine
You-
loaded. It says loaded. Oh my
Hold
god.
on.
There, it's loaded.
Okay.
There you go. Pew! It's a hit!
It's a hit.
You shoot one squirrel and max roll damage.
Please tell me I kill a singular squirrel.
You pop a squirrel and it seems to slump and then it just gets back up.
Iris.
Ah.
Really?
Yeah,
It's a BB gun.
it's a BB gun.
It is a BB gun, but like
Yeah.
BB guns work on squirrels.
But there's
However-
like 40 squirrels.
Why would you
Yeah.
know that, Air? Suspicious look.
I can't read that.
Exactly.
You'll never know.
You'll never know her secrets.
You'll never know.
Seika holds her lantern aloft and a stream of fire blasts out of it. And that's going to hit both of them.
All right, roll the damage, then drag the reflex save onto it. All right, that's already auto-calculated, so I can just do that and hit the funny button.
Ooh, the flying. By the way, did you make the edit I gave you for adding area damage to the damage roll?
Let's see. That looks like it worked. Because it kills the squirrels.
Alright, good.
You hear a lot of squeaking and screeching as they incinerate violently.
So
No.
violent.
Hannian, there was a tree in the way.
Oh my goodness, a tree.
Put it down.
Get this fucking.
Cut
guy
it
out of
down.
here.
We're starting the deforestation process with this tree in particular.
Hey yo, that's a fucking tree. I double slice. Long sword. And hammer.
Damn.
I combine the damage. Get this tree.
Get this tree off of me!
I think the blast is what made that a crit.
It's hard to tell because it doesn't specify. That's Quinge.
Yeah, 'cause we
I
don't
mean,
have
that
the
was
full
pretty good, though.
Crit by plus 11.
Alright,
Oh.
no, it wasn't that. It could have been. Problem solved. Man against branch. Man wins.
However, one more thing happens.
Oh my god, it splits in two.
More
Ow.
squirrels.
The tree falls on Hannian.
Auto casting Timber on Handian.
You joke, but
React- reactive timber.
That is really funny.
Bonk. Ah!
I just imagined if Hannian crit failed as it's hammered into the ground like a spike.
Good.
it's in the encounter.
Ouch.
Well, that was certainly something.
Revik has a bunch of sticks in her hair.
Well, now we know that the trees are aggressive.
Very
Well,
short
trees
encounter.
aren't quite
Fumi
like
didn't even get to go.
It's true, I didn't even get a turn.
Fumi just kind of hung out. I was like, that was fun.
Iris turns to the north and looks up at that big tree warily. I'm watching you, she says out loud.
Perhaps we, maybe go back around this way.
Yeah, just maybe let's
Back
avoid
towards the
trees.
back towards the toll.
I wave at the toll as we pass.
Bye,
Toll
Mr.
eat
Toll.
The Tulls eat Rust Squirrel.
You see the toll eating apples.
Wait, he could do that?
Do we want to treat wounds, Rebecca?
We see him pull an apple, and then in his other pocket he pulls out a pair of dentures.
I love the idea. Like, oh, he's eating porridge. We walk past him. We walk back. He's eating apples, and then we walk back again. He's dead from eating the apple.
He pulls out a pair of
No.
human dentures, which is what is required to eat the apple. They just can't bite through it.
But yeah,
So cursed.
Rebecca's missing 11 HP if we want to treat her wounds.
I would appreciate
Fumi.
it.
In the distance, you see some flames
Yeah.
sparking,
Oh,
coming out of a ruined stone building that you can barely make out in the darkness.
Treat wounds. Here you go.
Right.
Oh my god. It's almost the end of the session. Hero point.
Smoke them if you got them.
There you go. Heal 4.
Yippee. Thank
by the
you.
way, I have robust
problem.
health now, so don't worry. Like, people can be pretty flippant about battle medicine on me because it's an hour cooldown instead.
Mm-hmm.
That passes in 10 minutes.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. What are you assigning the tolls back at home to doing?
That's a
Uh,
good question.
Earn income.
Okay.
Let's think here.
The catalog.
He's earning grape juice.
I think Toll
I
Bro
get-
is currently just scrounging together cash. And clearly, Tolsis is knitting a scarf.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. This is factual.
You will see the
A Revica
fruits of
sized
your you'll see the fruits of your rewards when you return back from this quest.
Yeah.
I love the idea of Tolsis knitting Iris a sweater, and Iris has to look down at it and says, "I'm not allowed to wear anything that covers my belly."
It's true. It's illegal.
No, no.
Legal.
No. What?
This is against my contract. It's a beautiful
Linux?
gift, but I can't wear it.
What to make for Iris is a singular massive sock.
I do actually have
Honestly,
winter,
should.
I do have winter clothing, and that's what that is.
It's one of those therapy socks you put on like your calves when you're older, like pressure socks, but it's just an entire tube from Iris's shoulder down to her tail tip.
Where is that?
Anyway.
Snake onesie.
I hear a very
Yeah,
large
let's-
ribbit.
Gorp. Gorp.
Warp.
Gorp.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Nix. That is
Gorp.
exactly what Iris has in her backpack.
It's Iris winter clothing.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Warp.
There also appears to be
10 minutes.
something
Cats?
large on the rocks ahead.
Yeah, it's a frog.
Cats?
What's up?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Revica, if you forgot to put the duration of the
Oh,
candy
right.
and stuff, but when you do put that in, then edit it down by 10%.
Warp.
By 10 minutes, that is, when you edit it. Yeah, so the last charge of my acid flask runs out, but I think it did good. Did proc twice.
There we go. 50 minutes.
This time I'm gonna.
Warp.
Warp.
A gigantic looking toad sits in the middle of this pond, sitting upon the rock.
That is
Does
a
it see
large
us?
frog.
It is looking at you.
I feel like it would be looking at. I mean, Iris is objectively extremely vulnerable. For a large
Like Iris,
structure.
Iris doesn't look like she has a lot of meat, honestly.
I don't know about that one. I'm looking down at the lower like two.
Fuck, you're right though.
That's a lot of meat. That's a lot of tail.
I'm
That's a lot of
gonna-
snake meat.
I'm
mean,
gonna go
decent
ahead
solid.
and recall
mean,
knowledge.
Can't
be
say
careful.
that.
Do I know what kind of toad that is?
Objectively, Iris and Revica both look like food to the frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
See,
Fumi putting on the bitter end.
I was gonna say out of all of us, Fumi is like yes, she is an Ukumi, but the
You
amount
tur-
of hair makes her the least edible person here.
Not to
Iris,
mention
you
the
had-
moment she goes in, it's just, alright, well, I'm not here.
Iris, you targeted Revica before you rolled that, but you did succeed.
Yeah. What do I know about Revica
Think about
now?
Revica.
Most giant
Think
toads
about
live in
Revica.
dry environments, particularly deserts, and eagerly eat almost any creature smaller than themselves. They're known to eat giant rats, then take over the rats' burrows as homes. Giant toads have large poison glands behind their eyes that enable them to coat their skin with poison. This leads to them having very few natural predators, and populations can quickly explode if left unchecked.
Well,
While most consider giant toads dangerous pests, some groups of ogres and hill giants cultivate them to collect their poison for recreational use.
Ooh.
They're going to get high.
well,
What do you want to know? You get one.
we're definitely on the slow, isn't it? I think we might know. About
What can I do to avoid it deciding to come eat me from over there?
It seems to be posturing defensively.
we leave it alone.
Okay,
and
so
leave
if
this alone.
So if we move away, it should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we're gonna leave it alone.
Territorial. Let us follow the road. Perhaps.
Let's hope it doesn't get hungry on our way back.
Go unswallowed. Careful about the reeds, Iris.
Also, actually, now knowing that there might be things hidden, I'm going to switch over my exploration over to searching.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead and enable scouting.
Hannian,
Yes,
you sent something.
I I sense something.
It sounds like a small twist of the wind for a
It
second.
sounds like a
follow-
small twist of the wind.
Followed by a distant curdled scream, and you know, deep in the back of your head, you are in Wisp country right now.
Ah, fuck.
No.
My friends, I have bad news.
I go to where Cats lives and beat him to death.
However, you don't sense any proximity to them.
My friends, I got very bad news and an important question. Are any of you lactose intolerant?
What?
No.
No. Shakes head.
Then we should be okay.
What?
This is a nonsensical
Why you-
joke because it's a Swedish joke about whipped cream.
Oh.
The
Oh.
word visp.
Wisp cream.
Vispkräm
Yes.
is whipped cream.
Very
Oh,
funny.
God.
Below that order, I go to where Tank lives and beat him to death.
No! My legacy.
His crimes are many.
Iris, you see some humanoid figures standing around a destroyed old stone tower.
What kind
They're
of
just-
humanoid figures?
Let me see. They appear to be little fuzzballs with porcelain masks in front of them and 2 long ears poking out of the fur.
Gonna go ahead and recall knowledge that.
All right.
Oh, goober warning.
Kusabito are a well-known ancestry of humanoids, known for being wholly carnivorous rabbit people, small in size, that were, due to the Archmage's various indoctrinations and magical experiments, eventually driven out of a normal society. They have developed a sort of wilderness survivalist culture as a result, and only in recent history have they started to return to what people would call normal society as a whole. However, many cells of Kusabito population tend to exist out in the wilderness and are fiercely aggressive towards anything outsider in an attempt to build wealth and other such values.
Okay.
These porcelain masks are their hunting masks, which are deeply tied to Kusabito's superstition, in which a curse is tied to the face that sees it. And dying gasps are often curses in their own right.
Anything special about that northern one? Because I noticed it has a different mask.
It appears to be slightly bigger and more equipped.
Goblins.
They appear to be patrolling.
I assume they can't
So
see
can
us.
certainly- I mean, they can definitely see us. I am emitting light.
They can definitely see.
Yeah,
One-
they can
I am
definitely see you.
invisible.
On one hand, they might know where. If we can communicate with them, they might know where we need to go. But on the other
However-
hand, they also might try to attack us.
Yeah, I was gonna say the however being, if this is one of the less society inclined groups, then it's likely to be hostile to us. That see this as their territory.
Do I know any sort of greeting that can help me with this with them or no?
Do you speak Kuso?
I do not speak Kuso. I was hoping that there was a gesture I could do.
Don't make the language called that.
That's the point.
You
Please.
speak shit.
Please
I
no.
think you mean they're talking shit.
They are talking. They probably would talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And you realize a bit too late why they weren't in a defensive stance despite seeing you,
Walked into a trap.
Uh-oh.
as one
Yeah.
drops out of the tree next to you with a weapon raised.
Look, drop bears.
I have
are
got to
real.
stop standing at trees.
And I assume that's
And,
a cliffhanger for next session.
How many are here? Just
This
two?
week we get fucking
Let's see.
jumped.
And I'll have us roll initiative before we end the session off.
We got it.
Oh, I'm gonna explode.
Oh shoot! I just saw something.
Oh, Iris
Ooh.
is very much surprised by this one.
Yeah, I was looking at the other ones.
You got a hero point left.
Do I? No.
Session's about to end.
I think it's very. I think if I was there, I would not hero point, even if I did have it.
I don't have a hero point.
Hold on. I didn't prototype these tokens correctly.
Uh-oh. Well, you got an entire week to fix them if you just don't roll their initiative.
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing.
it is what it is.
But yes, that would. I assume that's the cliffhanger for next week, Cats.
Yep.
Yes.
And let me just add the chop slashers.
Thank
Thank you for showing up, everybody.
Thank you.
Things got a
Thank you
little
for
gummed
hosting.
up around the end,
Yeah.
with shopping and such.
I
But
think that's all fine. It's a calming down after combat and
Mhm.
such.
Uh
next week will be basically nothing but exploration.
Yes.
Here in the swamps of Mariah
Swamp
Lee.
mode.
And violence.
And violence. So much violence.
And so we'll catch you all next week at 6:30 EST.
Yes.
Oh, bye-bye.
People on Twitch,
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. I will cut
Yep,
the video.
thanks for
Watching.